Good morning, all of you. Can you all hear me? Please respond if you guys can hear me. If I'm audible, please respond, all of you. If you all can hear me, please respond, everyone. Nikita, Tanya, Sushant, and everyone. Am I audible to all of you? So, we'll directly start with the discussion of this CAT 2019 slot one, all the sets one by one. So, let's start with the first set here. The first set, which I think is the easiest one. All right. This is the one of the easy set. So, let's see. The following table represents addition of two six-digit number given in the first and the second row, while the sum is given in the third row. In the representation, each of the digits 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 has been coded with one letter among A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, J, K. So there are 10 letters and these 10 letters are represented by 10 different numbers here. Okay. So we have discussed lots of similar questions in the class. The simplest way is nothing that whenever we add two single digit number, okay, whenever I add two single digit number, let's say even if both of them are equal to 9 and 9, the maximum carryover is always equal to 1, isn't it? Okay, so whenever I add two single digit numbers, so the maximum carryover is 1. So if you look at here it's a 6-digit number BA. So if I'm adding these two numbers, what is the maximum carryover? The carryover here, it will be nothing but that is equal to 1 only. All right. So it is nothing but it is 1. So from here, we can easily say that the value of A is nothing but that is equal to 1. So let me write down A is everywhere. So here A is 1, here also is 1, and A equal to 1 and 1 and 1. So everywhere you can write down A as 1, 1 and 1. Jahan bhi A hai. And we know that whenever we add these two numbers, that is B plus A, carry over is nothing but that is equal to 1. Okay. Is the carryover of 1. Now B plus A is equal to A. If B plus A equal to A, what is the possibilities? And also there has to be carryover. So I think the only possibility is that B should be equal to 9. Why? Because there has to be carryover. So if I take B is equal to 9, for example, so I can say 9 plus 1 is 10. Okay, but A is equal to 1. So it means there is also a carryover from the previous term from here to here, that is 1. So if B is equal to 9, 9 plus 1, 10, and the carryover of 1, that is equal to what? 11. And 11 ka A will become 1, and then 1 will be carryover, and then again I get 1. So B is definitely equal to 9, and it can't be any value. For example, if you take B equal to 8, then 8 plus 1, 9, there will be no carryover. So we need to select such a value of B. When we add 1 in the value of B, there has to be a carryover. So the only possibility is 9. But even in that case, there has to be a carryover from the previous one. So we have got that B is definitely equal to 9. So A is 1, B is 9, and I think on the basis of this, two of the questions can be solved quickly. Which digit does the letter 1 A represent? That is definitely 1. And which digit does the letter B represent? That is definitely 9. So the two of the questions are very easy. It will not take even more than 1 minute to solve these two questions. Okay. Because if you have attended the classes regularly, you must have known this. Now, next is about 3 and 4. Which among the digits 3, 4, 6, 7 and so on. So we'll try to solve all these values here. Now, if I look at here, it says F plus F is equal to F. So F plus F equal to F, the only possibility is 0. 0 plus 0, it is equal to 0, and then there is no other possibilities. Why? Because 1 plus 1 can't be equal to 1, 2 plus 2 can't be equal to 2, 3 plus 3 can't be equal to 3. So the only possibility of F is 0. So everywhere, wherever there is a F, you can write down the term 0 and 0 here. Okay. And A is equal to 1. We also know that A is equal to 1 here. So F is equal to 0. Now, tell me one thing. If I look at here, these two here, value, A and F. Okay, so A is equal to 1, F is equal to 0. So ideally 1 plus 0, it should be equal to 1. So C भी 1 होना चाहिए. Okay, but we know that A and C are different number. A and C are different numbers. So if A is already 1, C can't be 1. So it means what? There must be a carryover from A to here. And this carryover will be 1. and 1 plus 0 is 1, and then in that case C will become 2 here. Okay, so 1 plus 0 is 1, and then in that case C will become 2. So I hope that this is also clear to all of you. C is definitely equal to 2. That is for sure. Now, next thing here. So which means that the value of G plus K is ending with 1. So if G plus K dies, okay, G plus K ends with 1. So what are the different possibilities here? I can say G plus K ends with 1. So probably we can say that is equal to what? G plus K, it can be 9 plus 2. But that is not possible because B is already 9. So B is already 9. So we can left this. Okay, that is G plus K ending with 1. It can't be here. So I can say maybe 8 plus 3. Okay, or maybe 3 plus 8. Okay, G is 8, K is 3, 3 plus 8 is 11, or 8 plus 3 is 11. Other possibilities that is equal to 7 plus 4, or maybe 4 plus 7. All right, or I can say the other possibilities that is equal to 6 plus 5 and 5 plus 6. So these are the possibilities as of now that G plus K is ending with 1. In all these cases, G plus K ends with 1, and there has to be a carryover also. So there is a carryover also in all these three cases. Okay. Also, we know that A plus J is equal to G. Now remember, A plus F equal to C. No carryover. So A plus J is equal to G. So correspondingly, we know that A plus J is equal to G. So 1 plus J, it will be equal to G. So in the first case, the value of G, it will be equal to nothing but that is J is 7. In this case, J is equal to 2. Here, J is equal to nothing but 3. Here, J is equal to, okay, 7. So J is equal to 6. Then J can be equal to 3. If this is 6, then in that case, J is equal to 5. And if it is 5, J equal to 4. So I've written all the possible values of J, G, K. Okay. So I've written all the possible values of J, G, and K. Now, coming to the point, H plus H is equal to 0. And there has to be a carryover also. Now, in any case, 1 plus J, remember A plus J, it is equal to G. There will be no carryover from here to here. That will be 0. So H plus H is equal to 0. That is only possible if H is equal to 5. So if H is equal to 5, then 5 plus 5 is equal to 10, and there will be a carryover. So H is definitely equal to 5. So once I get H is equal to 5, so in the solution for JGK, this 5, 5 and 4, 5, 6, this is definitely not possible at all. Okay, this is definitely not possible at all. Even J can't be equal to 2, remember, because C is 2. So if J can't be equal to 2, C is not also can't be equal to 2. So these three cases will be also ruled out here. So what are the possible G? So we are still left out with the two of the digit. And what are those two digits? That is E and D. E and D. Okay, E and D are left out. And what are the possible values of E and 3? 10 different numbers. So you can see what all numbers are remaining here. So we have got the fixed information for the digit 9, digit 1, digit 5, and then digit 0 and 2. So 9150 fixed values here. Now in the first case, JGK equal to 783. So which two digits are left out now? So in case of 783, so you can tell me which two digits are left out. That is equal to 4 and 6. So in this case, E and D can be 4 and 6. If JGK, it is equal to 674. If JGK is equal to 674, which two digits are left out here? So I think 674. So the digits which is left out is probably 8 and 3. So possible values of E and D is 8 and 3 in the second case. And in the last case, when JGK is equal to 347, so the digit which is left out is nothing but that is 4 and 6. So there are three possible cases here. Three possible cases. So in any case, the first two questions are very easy. Let's move to the question number 3 and 4. It says, which among the 3, 4, 6 cannot be represented by a letter D? Cannot be represented by a letter D. So letter D, it can be equal to 3, it can be equal to 6, or it can be equal to 8. These are the four possibilities for letter D. 3, 4, 6, 8. So the answer is what? 7. 7 is definitely not represented by the letter D. So the answer for this question will be 7. Now, question number 4. Which among the digits 4, 6, 7 and 8 cannot be represented by letter G. So 4, 6, 7, 8 cannot be represented by letter G. So letter G can be 8. So G can be 874, but G can be 874. It can't be equal to 6. So the answer is nothing but that is 6. So I hope that this set is clear to all of you. So this was a easy to medium, not a difficult set at all. So I'll rate this set as a easy to medium or medium level. First two questions are very easy. So any doubt? Can we move to the next set, guys? Please tell me, all of you. If this set is clear, so please tell me, we can move to the next set then. Santosh, Tanya, Nikita, and everyone. Yes, chale aage. Okay, guys. So let's move ahead. Now, 5 to 8. Again, a easy one. Let's see here. It says Princess, Queen, Rani, and Samragni. So there are P, Q, R, S. So these are the 4%. P, Q, R, S. Were the 4 finalists in dance competition. Asman, Badal, Gagan. So A, B, G, D were the 4 music composers who individually assigned items to the dancer. Each dancer had to be individually performed. Dancer is going to perform 2 different dance items assigned by the different composers. Okay, so 2 dance items, and both the dance items should be assigned by the 2 different composers. It's not like this one that in both the dance items there is the same composer. For both the dance items there has to be a different composer here. The first items performed by the 4 were all assigned by different music composers. Okay, तो जो पहले 4 है, first items performed by the 4 dancers were all performed by the different music composers. So I can say, let's say if it is a all right. So all these 4, the dances will be performed by 4 different here. And the dancer performed their second items. Okay. Also, no dancer performed second item before the performance of the first item by any other dancer. So first 4 items will be performed by PQRS. Then the next 4 is also going to be performed by PQRS. Order we will decide depending upon the conditions. And all these first 4 dances or the item, there 4 different composers, and for the next also 4 different composers. And the dancer performed the same sequence of the performance of their first item. So for the first item, RS, and so on. So there will be a total of 8 items are going to be performed here. Okay. So the total of 8 items. So I can say, let's say the dance item 2, dance item, dance item 8. Okay. Now from 1 5 to 8, the order I'll say so for the first 4 dance item, 4 different composer. For the next 4 dance item, again 4 different composers. Now statement number 1. Statement number 1 says, okay, no composer who assigned item to princess assigned any item to queen here. Okay, so any composer, now we also know the 4 composers were what? A, B, G, D. Okay, the 4 different composers were A, B, G, D. So these are the 4 different composers. All right. Am I audible? Anupam, Tanya, Santosh, can you all hear me? I don't think there is any disturbance. Okay. So let's move to the next slide. Now it says A, B, G, D. So no composer who was assigned to princess assigned any item to queen. So if I'm talking about the composer P and then the composer Q, just a minute. Just wait for 1 or 2 minutes. Yes. All right. So there are a composers P and dancer P and the dancer. And it says no composer who assigned item to princess assigned any item to queen here. So it's a, if I say there is a composer 1 and composer 2 is assigned to P. So these two composers can't be assigned to Q. The two composers which will be assigned to Q will be composer 3, composer 4. So all 4 together here. And the same is second statement. No composer who assigned to Rani were assigned to Rani here. So between R and S, all the 4 composer needs to be distributed. For example, to R, to dancer R, composer C1 and C3 is assigned. So C1 and C3 can't assign to S. It must be C2 and C4 here. Yes. Now come to 3. The first performance was by princess. So the first performance was by princess. So let me write down the first performance is princess here. The answer is princess. So if the first performer is by princess, the fifth will be also by princess because the order is same. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the same sequence is going to be repeated. Okay. The first and this item was assigned by Badal, but the first one was assigned by Badal. So I'm down here Badal. So the fifth will be not be assigned to Badal because for both the items there are 2 different composers. So fifth will not be assigned to Badal here. Now fourth statement, the last performance was Rani. So 8th performance was Rani. Okay, and this item was assigned. Okay, so this was assigned by Gagan. So it means the 4th items will be also assigned to Rani, but Gagan will not compose this. It has to be different person. Okay, so here now we are left out with which 2 person, 2 dancer, and which are the 2 dancer? P and R we have fixed, that is Q and S. These are the 2 dancers. So we'll see here. Fifth says the item assigned by Asman was performed consecutively. Now remember, Asman is a composer. Okay, and the items assigned by Asman were performed consecutively. Now, so if the Asman were performing consecutively, so tell me one thing, in the first 4 numbers, like position item 1, 2, 3, and 4, at the max, A can come only once. Okay, because 4 dancer will be dancing on the 4 different composition here. Similarly, Ansman will also come from 5 to 8. Ansman will also come once. So, but Ansman is coming consecutively. So the only possibility is that the Ansman is composing the item number 5. That is the only possibility. Because the name of Ansman, it should be in the for item 1 to 4 also exactly once, from item 5 to 8 also exactly once. And they are performing consecutively. So the only possibility is item 4 and item 5. And then there is no other possibilities here. Okay. Now, let's move to the next part here. It also says, fifth, the number of performance between item assigned by each of the remaining composers were the same. Okay, each of the remaining composers were same here. Okay, so we'll see what are the remaining composers. Now, if I'm talking about here, let's see, let me write it down here. Here at the item number 2 and 3, the possibilities Q or S. Okay, let's say it is equal to Q and S. For example, I'm taking Q and S. Okay, here is Q and S. Then item number 6 and 7 will be also Q and S. Okay. Now, we know that the P, if I'm talking about the P, who all has composed for P? That is Badar, and the other person who has composed for that is Ansman, that is A. So which means for Q, the 2 people who are going to compose for Q, that must be equal to nothing but that is G and D. Okay. Similarly for R, if you look at here R, for R, 4th item and 8th item. So 4th item and 8th item, it is composed by A and G. So for S, who will perform the composition? So for S, the items will be composed by nothing but that, I can say that is B and D. Okay. So for Q, it has to be G and D. But what is the order that, and for S, it has to be B and D. Okay. So maybe you can remove Q and S, but you can focus here. Okay. The number of items performed between the number of performances between items assigned by each of the remaining composers were same here. Okay. So we know that for Q, it is G and D. So here, let's say if I put here G, okay, if I'm taking Q here, so for Q, if I'm taking G, so at the sixth position for Q, I need to take a D. Okay, all right. So here for S and S, for 3 and 7, S and S. So B, G, and A, that is has to be equal to D, and here A, D, and it has to be equal to B. But we need to check also the number of performances between items and by each of the remaining composers has to be same. That is important. So here, if you look at here, between Badal and Gagan, the difference is 0. Okay. The between Badal and Gagan, the difference is equal to 0. Between Gagan and D, is also 0. But in the second case here, between Gagan and D, that is equal to coming out to be gap of 1, which is not possible at all. Okay, which is not possible at all. So this sequence will be ruled out. That case is not possible at all. Okay, we can remove these cases. Now, if I take here S and then Q, here S and Q, let's say for example. So for S and Q, so for S here, it will be B or D. Okay, now for S, it is B or D. But Badal is already here, so it has to be nothing but D at the second position. Now, Badal name is already there in the first 4 here. Okay, and the next time it has to be from 5 to 8. S, the composition of S will be by B. So A, B, D, here it has to be G, and at the seventh one, it has to be equal to nothing but A, B, and I can say that is D. Now just check the difference. So between D, there is a gap of, between D and G, there is a gap of 0. Here also between Badal and D, 0, and D and G also 0. So that's the correct sequence here. So I hope that now it is clear to all of you. Any doubts to anyone? So this was I'll say rate it as a easy to medium, not a difficult, definitely. This was doable. Any doubts to anyone now? Can we move to the questions? Please tell me now. Okay, so let's move to the questions. Which of the following statement is true? The question says, which of the following statement is true? So the second performance was composed by Dayu. The second performance was composed by Dayu. So let me see if the second performance was composed by Dayu. Yes, that is definitely true. So here the first option itself is true. Okay, so the answer is option A. Okay, so the answer will be nothing but that is option number A. So can we move to the next slide? Next question. Question number 6. Which of the following is a false statement? The question here, it is talking about which of the following is a false statement. So Queen did not perform an item composed by Gagan. So Queen did not perform an item composed by Gagan. No, Queen performed the item composed by the Gagan here. So it says Queen did not perform in any item composed by Gagan. It is definitely a false statement. Okay, so the answer is again option number A. Question number 7. The sixth performance was composed by. So sixth performance was composed by, you can, which is Badal. So the answer is option C, Badal. And question number 8. Which pair of the performance were composed by the same composer? Okay, first and sixth. Let's say first and sixth. Is it correct? So first and sixth is by, both are by Badal. Yes, that's correct. So the answer is option A. So now tell me if there is any doubts to anyone here. No. So can we move to the third set? If this is clear to all of you. Please respond. चले आगे. Can we move to the next set, guys? Okay. All right. So let's move to the next set here. Now, here it says 9 to 12. Again, I'll rate this as also medium. Okay, there is no calculations at all here. All the questions can be solved easily. So let's discuss here. Okay. So it says 5 vendors are being considered for a service. So there are 5 vendors who are being considered for a service that is given to us here. Okay. So I'll write down 5 vendors are being considered. And the evaluation committee evaluated each vendor on 6 aspects, that is cost, customer service, features, quality, reach, and reliability. Okay. So these are the 5 parameters. These are the 6 parameters. So 5 vendors, and they are evaluated on the basis of these 6 different parameters. Okay. That is given to us. Okay. Now, each of these evaluations are on a scale of 0, which is the worst, and the 100, which is a perfect evaluation. So each of them are nothing but from on a scale of 0 to 100. That is also given to us. Now, the evaluation scores on these aspects are shown in the radar chart. For example, radar chart. Also, it has, for example, vendor 1 obtains a score of 50 on reliability. So when it comes to the reliability here, the vendor 1, which is this pink line, okay, it is a 52. So you can say this value is equal to nothing but that is 52. Okay. Okay. Vendor 2 obtain a score 45 on features. So vendor 2 obtain a score of 45 on features. So if I'm talking about the features and vendor 2, so you can see this is here 45 here. So this is 0. I can say this is what 10, 20, 30, and 40 and 45 here. And so on. Okay. And vendor 3 obtained a score of 90 on cost. So it has been, the graph has been also explained that vendor 3 for 90 on the cost. So this is the vendor 3, which is nothing but 90 on the cost here. Now, coming to the point here. First of all, what you all can do here is, as you know, that there are 6 different parameters. So 6 different parameters, I can say that is the reliability, then the reach, okay, then that is a quality, then it is a features, then it is a customer service, then it is a cost. And then you can write down vendor 1, vendor 2, vendor 3, vendor 4, and vendor 5. And you can write down all the values. But before you write down all the values, look at the questions. Do we really need to identify these values? Let's see. Okay, if we need it here. So it says on which aspect the median score of the 5 vendor was the least here. So I need to find out on which aspect is median score of the 5 vendor is least here. So let's go back here. Median score. So median means what? That is the third value. Yes or no? The third parameter. And we need to check only customer service, reliability, cost, and quality. So customer reliability, cost. The customer reliability, cost, and which one option was? That is quality. So I need to compare the median values of only of these 4 parameters. So median is what? Median is exactly in the middle. So I can say here, if you look at here, when it comes to the reliability, the middle value, it is nothing but from the graph, it is the pink line. Okay, and this pink line, it is lying between 50 to 60, and in any case this value was given, that is equal to 52. So this is equal to 52. Similarly, if I'm talking about the quality, in case of quality, the third value 1, 2, 3. So I can say there are, how many parameters are there in quality? There are 5 vendors. So I can say 1, 2, 3. The middle one is nothing but this is the black line. Okay, this is the black line. And this black line, can you guys tell me what is this value? This is 10, 20, 30, 40, and this is equal to, okay, this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60, above 60. But here in the question, we need to find out the least. So this is definitely more than 60. So this can't be the answer. Quality can't be the answer because it is slightly greater than 60. Similarly, if I'm talking about the customer service, the median values 1, 2, I'll say 1, 2, 3. This is the median value, again the black line. And this is what? This is 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50 से थोड़ा सा बड़ा है. Okay, if you observe here, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50 here. Okay, that will become so to be. Now, next one is the cost. So cost may median score of cost. What is the median score of cost? I can say there are 5 parameters. So 1, 2, 3. This is the pink line. So in any case, this is above this one. So cost can't be the answer. So the answer is either reliability or customer service. Okay. So the answer is either reliability or customer service. So can you guys tell me what is the answer? Whether the least median value, whether it is reliability or the customer service. यही दो possibilities होंगे. Okay. These are the only two possibilities. The answer is definitely option 1, that is reliability. It is 52. और ये जो है 10, 20, 30, this is 40 and this is 50. So the least will be comes out to be for, in the case of, I think, customer service, not even reliability. Now 50 है ये. Okay. The least one is 50. In reliability, it is slightly above 50. In customer service, it is on the exactly 50. So the answer is option number A, which is customer service. So any doubts to anyone? Question number 9. The answer for this question is, yeah, customer service. Is that clear? Please respond, all of you. Yes, it's customer only. I told you it's customer only. If reliability is 52, customer is exactly on the 50. So it's definitely customer service. So can we move to the question? Next question. So just tell me one thing. Do we actually need any calculations to write down the exact value? No, we do not need to write down the exact value of any of this here. Okay. So just a minute. Okay. So let's move to the next question now. Okay. So next question, it says, here I need to find out the average. It says a vendor's final score. Okay, a vendor's final score is the average of their score on all the aspect. Okay, which vendor has the highest final score? I need to find out which vendor has the highest. I need to compare 1, 2, 3, and 4 only. None of the other vendor. Okay, highest final score. Okay, so average is final. It means the total also has to be final, because in average for all of them, I need to divide by the same number. So it means basically I need to divide by the 6 for all of them. So it's better that just simply find out the total values. But do we really need to find out the total values? Can we solve it without using any calculation just here? So I need to compare vendor 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's compare vendor 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm erasing this here. Okay. So there is a vendor 1, pink, vendor 2, vendor 3, vendor 4. So let's first of all compare between vendor 1 and vendor 2, all of you. Okay. So if I look at your vendor 1 and vendor 2, so in this case, you can see in the reliability vendor 1 and vendor 2, there is a gap here. Okay, vendor 1 is more than vendor 2. In reach also, vendor 1 is more than vendor 2. In quality also, vendor more than vendor 2. So here vendor 1 is more than vendor 2. Okay, here also vendor 1 is more than vendor 2. In vendor 1 is more than vendor 2. But in the case of features, okay, vendor 1 is less than vendor 2. Okay, but in the case of customer service also, vendor 1 is more than vendor 2. And here also, like vendor 2 is more than vendor 1. So in 4 of the parameter, vendor 1 is more than vendor 2. Okay, in 4 of the parameter, vendor 1 is definitely more than. And in 2 parameters in which the vendor 2 is more than vendor 1, you can see is very, very less. दो ही जगह है ना जो vendor 2 is more than vendor 1. Yes, there are only 2 things there. And at these 2 cases, the gap where I have encirculated, the gap is very small in comparison with the case of the reliability, or you can say in the case of the customer service. So can I say just purely on the basis of observation that the overall vendor 1 is definitely more than vendor 2? Yes or no? Is that part clear to all of you? Please respond if this is clear to everyone. Okay. Please respond if this is here. So vendor 1 and vendor 2, we can easily eliminate. Vendor 2 is not the answer. So now we need to compare vendor 1 and vendor 3. So let's compare vendor 1 and vendor 3. Okay. So let me compare vendor 1 and vendor 3 on the basis of the graph. So if I compare vendor 1 and vendor 3, so vendor 1 is pink line and vendor 3 is the black line. Okay. So you can see in so here, vendor 3 is more than vendor 1. Okay, there is a huge gap. बहुत ज़्यादा ही gap है. Okay, now in case of the reach, black line and the pink line. Okay, I need to compare this. So here, vendor 1 is more than vendor 3. But in case of quality, even if I'm talking about the quality here, you can see vendor 1 is more than vendor 3. Okay, but in case of feature, vendor 3, it is more than vendor. Okay, and in case of this, here the gap is again here. Vendor 1 is more than vendor 3. And in case of cost also, vendor 3 is more than vendor 1. So in 3 of the parameter, vendor 1 is more than vendor 3. In 3 of the parameter, vendor 3 is here. So on the basis of graph, if you compare the reliability and reach here, okay, all like you can easily compare. If I'm comparing reliability and reach, okay, so the gap in the reliability is more in comparison with the gap in the reach, isn't it? You can easily observe the gap between the reliability is more in comparison to the reach. Okay. Now, similarly, if you compare the quality and the features, so quality and the features, you can also see the gap in the feature is more than the quality. Yes or no? And even if you compare the customer service and the cost, okay, customer service, the cost is more. Okay, in the cost, the gap is more in comparison to the customer service. So overall, V3 is definitely greater than V1. Is that part clear to all of you? So overall, you can easily observe that V3 is greater than V1. Okay, reliability में तो V3 बड़ा है और reach में V1 बड़ा है. But if I add these two value, so like reliability and reach, if I combine these two, so you can definitely say that the V3 is more than V1. Similarly, if you combine quality and the in one of them V1 is greater, in another one V3 is greater. But if you add this, you can see the gap in case of feature is more in comparison with the quality. So overall also here V3 is more than V1. And same thing goes for the if we add customer service and cost also. Okay. So in case of cost, the gap is very high. So that will offset the gap in customer service. So overall here also V3 is more than. So if I combine all of them, then overall V3 will be always more than V1. So I hope that it is clear to all of you. Any doubts to anyone now? Okay. So we can say that V3 is more than V1. V3 is more than V1. So can we move to the next slide? Please respond, everyone. चले आगे. अच्छा, next, now we need to compare V3 and V4. Okay, so V1 is out of the options. Okay, V1 is can't be answered. So now let's compare V3 and V4. Similarly, we can compare V3 and V4 also. Okay, let's compare V3 and V4 now. Okay. So I need to compare now V3 and V4. So V4 is the yellow line and V4 and V3 you can see V3 तो बहुत ही ज़्यादा आगे है ना V4 से. Here also, yes, and V3 and here also. In 4 of the parameters, black line is above this one. And in 2 of the parameters, it is like this one. But I can easily say, I think you all can easily say that V3 is definitely more than V4. Now, in 4 of the cases, V3 is high, and in 2 of the cases, V4 is high. But if I add them, so on visually, it is quite visible. क्योंकि ये जो कस्टमर सर्विस और क्वालिटी दे आर अप्रोक्सीमेटली सेम और यहाँ पे जो गैप है ये इससे तो कम ही है ना रिलायबिलिटी के कंपैरिजन में इन केस ऑफ फीचर सो आंसर इज डेफिनेटली V4. So the correct answer for this question is V4. Now tell me if there is any doubts to anyone. So can we move to the next question? If this is clear to all of you, please respond. So I can say the correct answer for this is option number C, which is equal to option number D, which is equal to V3. So tell me if there is any doubt to anyone now. So should we move to the next question? Question number 11. All right, let's move to the question number 11 now. Now it says list of all the vendors who are among the top 2 scorer on maximum number of aspects. So top 2 scorers I need to check. So top 2 scorers on maximum number of aspects. So let's see here. Okay. reliability. So when it comes to the reliability, can you guys tell me reliability, who are the top two? So reliability, the top two is nothing but this and this. Okay. So in reliability, I'm writing the name of the top two. In the top two, we'll be getting the vendor V3 and the vendor V5. In reach, pink and the blue, these are the top two. So in the reach, the pink one is what? That is vendor V1, and the blue one is nothing but that is vendor V5. So V1 and V5. In the quality, the are pink and the yellow, orange one. So that is vendor 1 and the vendor 2. These are the top two. In the features, the top two are nothing but you can say that is vendor V4 and in this order, and then the blue one is what? Vendor V5. Okay. And in the customer service, the top two is nothing but the yellow line, which is equal to vendor V4, and then followed by pink line, which is equal to vendor V1. And in the cost, the black line, that is vendor 3, and then it is vendor 2. So I've written the top two. And what is the question says? List of all the vendors who are among the top two scorers on the maximum number of aspects. So top two scorers on the maximum number of aspects here. So you can say who is the top two scorer on the maximum number of aspects. So if you am talking about the V1, so V1 is among the top two in three of the aspects. Yes or no? V1 is the top two among in the three of the aspects. V5 is also in the top two in the three of the aspect. V5 is coming thrice. Is there any value which is coming thrice? No. V3 is coming only twice. V2 is also coming only twice. And V4 is also coming only twice. So the answer is V1 and V5. So the correct answer for this question is option A, vendor V1 and vendor V5. So I hope that this is also clear to all of you. Any doubts to anyone in question number 11? Please respond. So can we move to the next slide if there is no doubts to anyone? Okay. Now coming to question number 12. It says list all the vendors who are among the top. We are now top three. So let me make a list of the top three. So top two I have already written here. Let me write down the third vendor also. Like here, the third vendor in the reliability, that is V1. Okay. In the here, the third vendor is nothing but that is V3. In reach, in quality, the third vendor is equal to V3. And in features, the third vendor is again V3. Okay, V3. And here in customer service, the third vendor is V3. And here it is equal to nothing but V4. So I think the V3 is coming maximum number of times. Yes or no? That is one, that is twice, this is thrice, this is four. In fact, V3 is coming in all the six. Yes or no? V3 is coming in all the six. So the answer is has to be V3. Okay, that is option number C. So the correct answer for this is option C, that is vendor 3. Now tell me, any doubts to anyone in this set? Was it easy or medium or difficult? I think I'll range it somewhere between easy to medium, not a difficult one. So what I have observed when I was solving the CAT 2019 slot 1 paper, I observed that this was here the DI set is somewhat easier in comparison with the 2017 and 18. I'm sure that you all have also observed that. 2017-18 के कंपैरिजन में 2019 में थोड़ा सा इजी था. Yes or no? So can we move to the next set now? All right, guys. So let's move to the next set. Sixth. Now this is the difficult set. I'll say is this is the probably top 2 or top 3 difficult set in this 2019 slot 1 paper. So we'll discuss in details. Let's see here, all of you. So just pay attention. Okay. 6 players. It says there are a total of 6 players. So just a minute. Okay, guys. Let me change the color of the marker first of all. Yes. Now it says 6 players are there. That is T, U, W, X, Y, and that is the last one is nothing but that is equal to Z. So there are 6 players, that is T, U, W, X, Y, and Z. Completed in an archery tournament. The tournament had 3 compulsory rounds, that is round 1 to round 3. So there are 3 rounds which is compulsory for everyone. In each round, every player shot an arrow at a target, hitting the center of the target called bullseye. And it fetched the highest score of 5. So if you are hitting the bullseye, then you will get a score of 5. The other possible score that a player could achieve were 4-1. Every bullseye score in the first 3 rounds. Now that is important. Every gave a player one additional chance to shoot in the bonus round, that is 4-6 here. Okay, so there is a round 1, round 5, 6. So these 3 rounds is okay, round a compulsory round. That's it. And if in any round, in these 3 rounds, let's say if I hit a round, in round 1, I'm hitting a bonus, I'm hitting a bullseye. So if I'm hitting a bullseye in any of the first 3 rounds, so because of I hit a bullseye, I'll be able to shoot in one more round, that is bonus round. If I hit 2 bullseye in the first 3, if I am hitting 2 bullseye in the first 3 rounds, then I'll be able to play in 2 additional rounds. If I hit 3 bullseyes, that is I'll be able to play in the 3 additional round. That is the meaning of this one here. Okay, all right. So I'll say every bullseye score in the first 3 rounds gave a player one additional chance to shoot in the bonus round, that is 4-6. And the possible score in round 4-6 were identical to the first 3. Okay, the possible scores in round 4 to round 6 were identical to the first 3. Okay, means anyone can get a score of probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I didn't write the CAT 2019. Last year मैंने CAT नहीं दिया था. Okay. In any case, even I've kept I don't mark the answers. ठीक है ना? Because I write CAT only just to analyze the paper, not for getting 100 percentile. That is not my target. ना? वो तो तुम्हारा टारगेट होना चाहिए 100 percentile. Okay. All right. Now, a player's total score in the tournament was the sum of his or her score in all rounds played by him or her. Okay, that is here. Okay. A player's total score in the tournament was there. So nowadays if I write any exam, only just to analyze the paper. Because मुझे तो admission नहीं लेना है ना CAT में. Okay. And the table below presents partial information on points scored by the players after completion of the tournament. All right. It also says in the table NP. NP means that the player did participate in that round. Okay, player did not participate in that round. While a hyphen means that a player participated in that round and the score information is missing. Okay. Okay, all right. So that is the case here. Now let's move to the next slide. That is 13 to 16. Let's start discussing now. Now, question number 13. I think I placed it wrong. Anyway, just see here. I need a space to write. Now, so let's say here round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4, round 5, 6, and so on. Now, if you observe here, and there are a lot of points are there, but if I overall observe the table on the basis of this, if you see Tanji is playing, okay, round 1, 2, 3, it is a compulsory. So among the round 4, 5, and 6, Tanji is playing in the round 4. So in the first 3, and Tanji is not playing in round 5 and round 6, so Tanji is able to play in one bonus round. So in the first 3 rounds, Tanji has hit how many bullseye? 1. क्योंकि अगर एक bullseye Tanji hit करेगी तभी उसे एक round extra मिलेगा. So it means Tanji has hits 1 bullseye from round 1 to round 3. Okay. So in the round 1 to round 3, the Tanji had hit 1 bullseye. So I'm writing down Tanji will hit 1 bullseye in the round 1. I'm writing down B means Tanji will hit 1 bullseye. Now, similarly, Umiza is able to play in round 4 as well as round 5, but not in round 6. So It means Umeza is able to play in 2 extra round. So 2 extra round means what? पहले 3 राउंड में उसने 2 बार bullseye hit किया होगा. So it means Umeza has hit bullseye twice. Okay. In which 2 rounds we are not sure. Maybe round 1, 2, or maybe round 1, 3, or round 2 and 3. Now Wangdu has not able to play in 4th round or 5th round or 6th round. So it means Wangdu has definitely didn't hit the bullseye. So in none of the round, in the round 1, Wangdu will definitely not get a bullseye. So I'm writing then 5 bar. It means Wangdu didn't get a 5 point in the round 1 as well as in the round 3 also. Wangdu will definitely not get a 5 points here. Okay. Now Zyla, you can see Zyla has hit is able to play in round 4, round 5, and round 6. So Zyla is able to play in round 4, 5, and 3 extra rounds. So it means he must have hit 3 bullseye. It means in each round, in round 1 he hits a bullseye, in round 2 he hits a bullseye, and as well as in round 3 also hits a bullseye. So 3 bullseye in the round 1, round 2, and round 3. Then only he will be able to play in the 3 extra rounds, all the 3 rounds. Now Yonita is able to play only round. So it means Yonita has hit on bullseye. Okay. And Jenica is able to play in 2 extra rounds. So it means Jenica has hit total of 2 bullseye. And Zyla 3 bullseye. So what is the total number of bullseye in the first 3 rounds? Can you guys tell me? The total number of bullseye in the first 3 rounds. You can tell me the total number of bullseye in the first 3 rounds. What is the total number of bullseye in the first 3 rounds? You can see it here. 1 plus 2, that is 3. 3 plus 3 is equal to 6. And 6 plus 3 is equal to 9. So the total number of bullseye is equal to nothing but 9. Is that clear to all of you? Total number of bullseye is equal to 9. Now, first it says Tanji, Umeza, and Yonita had the same total score. So Tanji, Umeza, and Yonita. So if the score of Tanji it is equal to A, the score of Umeza is also equal to A, and the score of Yonita is also equal to A. So as all of them has got the same score here. Okay. Total score for all players except one were in multiple of 3. So out of these 6 players, for 5 of the players, the total score has to be multiple of 3. And for one player, it is not a multiple of 3. So for 5 players, it is a multiple of 3. So what about the Tanji, Yumi, and Yonita? Can I say the score of Tanji, Umeza, and Yonita, it has to be an exact multiple of 3? Yes or no? So write down the total score is nothing but that is 3A, 3A, 3A. क्योंकि अगर तीनों में से अगर A is not a multiple of 3, so there will be a 3% whose score is not a multiple of 3, but we need 5% to score a multiple of 3. So 5 लोगों का स्कोर 3 का मल्टीपल होना चाहिए. तो तांजी, उमेजा और योनिता तीनों के स्कोर सेम है, ये तीनों 3 के ही मल्टीपल होंगे. So score of Tanji, Umeza, and Yonita, all these 3 are multiple of 3. That is for sure. So I've written 3A, 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 and so on. Now next. The highest total score was more than double of the lowest total score. So highest score was, so I can say the highest score here, it says highest score. It is equal to twice of lowest plus 1. So what about the highest score? Can I say highest score? It must be an odd number. Yes or no? The highest score, it must be an odd number because twice of something plus 1. So it has to be an odd number. Now, fourth statement. The number of players hitting the bullseye in round 2 was double that of the round 3. Okay. So, bullseye जो round 2 में और round 3 में जो bullseye है, it is double. So, in the round 3, if the total number of bullseye is equal to X. Okay. So, in the round 2, the total number of bullseye, it has to be equal to 2X. That is also important here. Okay. And we know that the total bullseye is equal to 9. So, if the total number of bullseye is equal to 9, what are the possibilities here? Okay, what are the possibilities here? So let me write down. I'm writing down the number of bullseye. अगर round 3 में एक bullseye है, so round 2 में the total number of bullseye will be double of this. 1 plus 2 is 3, and in the round 1 it must be 6. Then only the total number of bullseye will be equal to 9. Okay, then only the total number of bullseye will be equal to 9. All right. Now, similarly, if I'm talking about in the round 3, if the number of bullseye is equal to 2. Then in round 2, the number of bullseye will be equal to 4, and 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. And in round 3, it has to be equal to 3 then. Okay? That is 2, 4, and 3. Now, in the round 3, if I take 3, round 4, it will become 6. And in round 1, it will be 0, which is not possible. Because Zyla has hit a bullseye in round 1. So, there are 2 possible combinations here. Okay, that is 621 and 342. So we'll see one by one which all is the possibilities here. Okay, which all the possibilities are there, whether 621 is the possibilities or 342 is the possibility. So that we'll see one by one here. Now coming to the point number 4 that I have done. Now fifth says that the Tanya Jinka had the same score in round 1 but different scores in round 3. So Tanya and Jinka have got the same score in round 1. Okay, so in round 1 if the score of Tanya is equal to B, then Jinka will also be. Okay. But in round 3 if the score of Tanji Tanji it is equal to C, then it will be not equal to C. It has to be a different one. And that is all which has been given to us till now. Now, so let's see अब क्या क्या possibilities हो सकते हैं. Okay. Now, so let's start here. If I start with a uh, what, let's say Xyla. Okay, let's concentrate on the Xyla. What is the possible score for Xyla in the round 6? In the round 6, the possible score for Xyla, it is anything from 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. So according, can you guys tell me what are the possible scores of Xyla overall? ठीक है, 5 राउंड के तो स्कोर उसके पता है मुझे. ओके, 5 राउंड के स्कोर पता है, तो एक राउंड में और क्या हो सकता है? तो I'll say 5 4s are 20 plus 1 21. So Xyla minimum score will be nothing but that is 22, or that is 23, or it is equal to 24, or it is equal to what? 5 4s are 21 plus 5 26. Maximum 26 हो सकता है. So these are the possible scores of Xyla, that is 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. And we know that the highest score, if Xyla is the highest, then it must be here. Okay. Now, Xyla we have done. Now, similarly, if I'm talking about the Jenica, अब जेनिका का जो टोटल स्कोर होगा वो क्या हो सकता है? कैन यू गाइस टेल मी? नाउ जेनिका ने पहले 3 राउंड में 2 बुलसाई हिट किया है. इफ यू लुक एट हियर, जेनिका हैज हिट 2 बुलसाई, और यहां पे और पहले राउंड 1, राउंड 2 और राउंड 3, इन 3 राउंड में उसने 2 बुलसाई हिट किया है. तो टोटल इसके पास 4 बुलसाई है, तो 4 5 और 20 तो होगा ही होगा. और एक राउंड का स्कोर मुझे नहीं पता उस राउंड में या तो 1 होगा और 2 होगा या 3 होगा या 4 होगा. ठीक है, यही पॉसिबिलिटीज है. ऑलराइट, दीज आर द ओनली पॉसिबिलिटीज, क्योंकि जेनिका ने पहले 3 राउंड में 2 बुलसाई हिट किए. 5 इज नॉट पॉसिबल इन राउंड 6. व्हाई नॉट पॉसिबल इन राउंड 6? क्यों जायल, क्यों नहीं है पॉसिबल निकिता? तो क्या लास्ट राउंड में तो मैं बुलसाई हिट कर ही सकता हूं ना? वेयर इट इज रिटन की इन द लास्ट राउंड आई कांट हिट द बुलसाई. आई कम टू दैट पॉइंट वेदर इट इज एन ऑड नंबर और नॉट. अभी रुक जाओ ना. देखो आयुष, अगेन यू आर अज्यूमिंग कि Xyla का ही मैक्सिमम है. कोई जरूरी तो नहीं है ना Xyla का ही मैक्सिमम हो. ओके, आई टेल यू द रीजन ऑल्सो. बिकॉज इफ यू लुक फॉर द जेनिका, तो जेनिका ने पहले 3 राउंड में 2 बुलसाई हिट किए, तो और राउंड 4 राउंड 5 में तो 4 बुलसाई हिट किए, 4 5 20, और एक राउंड में बुलसाई हिट नहीं हुआ इसका. सो पॉसिबल स्कोर इज 1 2 3 4. तो व्हाट आर द पॉसिबल स्कोर ऑफ जेनिका? दैट इज इक्वल 21 or 22 or 23. So now tell me, can I say जेनिका और Xyla में से दोनों में से किसी का भी हाईएस्ट स्कोर हो सकता है? Is that clear now, आयुष? Let's analyze one by one. हो सकता है ना इसका भी, Xyla का भी हाईएस्ट, सॉरी जेनिका का भी हाईएस्ट. That is also possible. Okay. So जेनिका का मिनिमम स्कोर 21 हो सकता है, मैक्सिमम स्कोर इट इज 24. If Jenica is the highest, let's say if the Jenica is the highest, I am not sure कि Jenica highest है या नहीं है. I need to eliminate that option. अगर Jenica highest है तो वो एक odd number होगा. ठीक है, तो अगर Jenica का स्कोर, if you are going to take here, let's say 23, क्योंकि 21 तो हाईएस्ट नहीं हो सकता है, because Xyla is getting 22 minimum. Okay, so if Jenica, I'm saying again, I'm saying the word if. So if जेनिका हैज गॉट द हाईएस्ट स्कोर, अगर जेनिका का हाईएस्ट स्कोर है तो वो एक ऑड नंबर होना चाहिए, तो जो कि एक 23 है. ठीक है, सो 23 इट इज इक्वल टू नथिंग बट दैट विल बी इक्वल टू व्हाट? दैट इज 2 लोएस्ट स्कोर प्लस 1. सो व्हाट इज द लोएस्ट पॉसिबल स्कोर हियर? सो लोएस्ट पॉसिबल स्कोर इज इक्वल टू 23 minus 1, 22 by 2, that is equal to 11. So remember one thing, जेनिका का स्कोर ऑलरेडी 23 है. is not a multiple of 3, and the lowest score is also, which is also not a multiple of, but we know that out of the 6 scores 5 of the scores are multiple of 3, और मुझे यहीं पे 2 स्कोर मिल गए जो 3 के मल्टीपल नहीं है. So now tell me, can the score of Jenica be the highest one? अब बताओ क्या जेनिका का स्कोर हाईएस्ट हो सकता है क्या? ऑल ऑफ यू प्लीज टेल मी. नहीं हो सकता है. Is that clear now? So that's the reason we can neglect that the score of Jenica, it can't be the highest. जेनिका का स्कोर हाईएस्ट डेफिनेटली नहीं होगा. तो अब वो किसका होगा? ज़ायला का. बाकी सबके तो नहीं होंगे वैसे भी मुझे पता है. ऑलराइट, चाहे तांजी वगैरह हो, क्योंकि इन्होंने 3 या 4 राउंड ही खेले हैं तो उसमें नहीं आएगा. और वैसे भी तांजी, ओमेगा, योनिता तीनों का स्कोर 3 का मल्टीपल तीनों ही सेम है तो हाईएस्ट नहीं हो सकता है. सो वैसे भी नेग्लेक्ट कर सकता हूं. सो आई होप दैट इट इज क्लियर दैट द जेनिका स्कोर इज नॉट द हाईएस्ट. सो हु हैज गॉट द हाईएस्ट स्कोर? इट इज डेफिनेटली Zyla. Now I use you can the highest score. Zyla has got the highest possible. Score has to be an odd number. So I can eliminate 22, I can eliminate 24, and then I can eliminate 26 also. So the possible score for Zyla is 23 and 25. Ab, whether I take 23 or 25, none of these two numbers are a multiple of 3. And if none of these two numbers are a multiple of 3 means what? बाकी के 5 3 के मल्टीपल होने चाहिए. तो वांगडू का जो स्कोर है वो भी 3 का मल्टीपल होना चाहिए. आई एम राइटिंग अ मल्टीपल ऑफ 3. ओके, और जेनिका का भी जो स्कोर होना चाहिए वो 3 का मल्टीपल होना चाहिए. ओके, तो विल सी दैट जेनिका का स्कोर भी 3 का मल्टीपल होना चाहिए. अब जेनिका का स्कोर 3 का मल्टीपल होना चाहिए तो जेनिका का स्कोर 22 और 23 डेफिनेटली नहीं होगा. So the possible score of Jenica, it is either 21 or 24. Any doubts to anyone? I'll neglect that also, but I'll say Jenica possible score, it has to be 21 or 24. क्योंकि Zyla score is definitely not a multiple of 3. तो बाकी पांचों के 3 के multiples होने चाहिए. Now, let us assume that Zyla score is equal to 25, for example, or 23 लेता हूं. If I take the Zyla score is equal to 23, so in that case, Zyla score is equal to 23. So 23 is the highest score, which is equal to 20 into lowest plus 1. So here the lowest, it is coming out to be 11. So 11 is also not a multiple of 3. 23 is also not a multiple of 3. So can the score of Zyla be 23? No. Because if the score of Zyla is 23, so 23 is an odd number और जो lowest आ रहा है, सॉरी 23 इज नॉट अ मल्टीपल ऑफ 3, और जो लोएस्ट स्कोर आ रहा है वो भी 3 का मल्टीपल नहीं है. सो 23 भी 3 का मल्टीपल नहीं है, लोएस्ट स्कोर भी 3 का मल्टीपल नहीं है, तो 4 ही स्कोर बचेंगे 3 का मल्टीपल, वो पॉसिबल नहीं है. इट मींस व्हाट? दैट द Zyla स्कोर इज डेफिनेटली 25. So the total score of Zyla is definitely 25, and that way I can say that the total score of Zyla is equal to 25 here. Let me write down 25. And if the Zyla score is 25, so then Zyla has got how much score in round 6? That is equal to 4. 5 fours are 20 plus 1. Yes. So Zyla has got a score of 4 in round 6. So any doubts to it till the analysis till this point? Please tell me now. So Zyla score is definitely 25. And if the Zyla score is 25, what is the lowest possible score? Okay, the lowest possible score is equal to 25 is equal to 2 into the lowest plus 1. So the lowest possible score is equal to 12. So one of the person will get a score of 12. Okay, one of the person will get a score of 12. Is it clear to all of you now? Please respond. Okay. So we have got one of the possible score is 12 here. All right, guys. So let's analyze. So analyze the system. So we know what the lowest is equal to 12 here. So one of the person is also getting a score of 12, which is a multiple of 3. Jenica score 21 भी हो सकता है, 24 भी हो सकता है. We'll see what are the possibilities here. Okay. Now, after that, if you look at here, what is the maximum possible score of okay, what is the maximum possible score of Yonita? ठीक है, saying maximum possible score of Yonita 5 in 1, 5 plus 3 is 8, और एक और bullseye होगा. Yes or no? Let me write down the possible score of Yonita. 5 plus 3 is 8, and there is one bullseye in the round 1 or round 2. So 8 plus 5 is 13. So 13, other round Yonita can get a score of 1 or 2 or 3. 13 plus 1, 4. 16 हो सकता है और 13 plus 4 17 हो सकता है. But the score of Yonita, the possible score of Yonita is 14, 15, 16, 17. But it needs to be a multiple of 3. So if it needs to be multiple of 3, so what is the score of Yonita? It has to be exactly 15. So the only possible score of Yonita is nothing but that is equal to 15. Is that clear to all of you? So I can write down the Yonita score is equal to definitely 15. And how did Yonita get 15? राउंड 4 में एक बुलसाई है, राउंड 3 में एक बुलसाई, राउंड 4 में, राउंड 3 में स्कोर इज 3, एक और बुलसाई होंगे. ठीक है, सो 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 5 is equal to 13, and in one of the rounds Yonita will get 2 marks, 2 points. So that is the possibilities for Yonita. So if Yonita is getting a 15, it means what? It means what? Tanji will also get a 15 and Umeza has also get 15. So Tanji 15, Umeza 15, Zyla 25, Yonita 15, Jenica 21 or 24. So who will get the lowest score now? Tell me all of you. Lowest score किसका आएगा? एक ही बंदा बचता है, that is Wangdu. So I can say that the Wangdu is getting a lowest score. And what is the score of Wangdu? The score of Wangdu is nothing but that must be 12. So any doubts to anyone till this step, please tell me now. So the score of Wangdu is equal to 12. Clear to all of you? Can I move to the next part if it is clear to everyone? Okay, great. So Wangdu score is 12. So Wangdu ka jo score 12 hai, so we'll see what are the different ways in which Wangdu can get 12. Round 2 Wangdu is getting 4. और बाकी के दो राउंड में वांगडू का जो है टोटल सम 8 होना चाहिए. एंड इन नन ऑफ द राउंड Wangdu is getting a 5 because Wangdu didn't hide. So we need the. So can you guys tell me what are those two numbers whose sum can be 8? It can't be 5 plus 3 because 5 allowed Wangdu didn't get score of 5. So the only possibility is that is 4 plus 4. Okay, the only possibility is 4 plus 4. So which means Wangdu has got a score of 4 in round 1 and round 3. एक ही possibilities बन रही है 4 plus 4. Is that clear? All of you? Yes or no? Yes. So Wangdu has got 4 and 4. Now, coming to the case of Nikita. Okay. So if I come to the case of Nikita, oh sorry, not Nikita, क्या बोल रहे हैं? Tanji. Tanji is getting a and 15 in one round, fourth round, Tanji is getting 5. In round 2, it is getting 4. So in one round, Tanji will get again 5 because one bullseye. So 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 plus 5 is equal to 14. So in one round, so in round 1 and round 3, the possible score for Tanji is ये दो possibilities हो सकती हैं such that the total score of Tanji is also 15. Now for Umeza, if I'm talking, Umeza is getting a score of 50. So 2 in round 5, 1 in round 4. बाकी पहले 3 राउंड में 2 बुलसाई हिट होंगे तो 5 और 5. So 2 plus 1, 3. 3 plus 5 is equal to 8. 8 plus 5 is 13 and 2. So that is the case here. So Umeza will get 552, a score of 552 in round 1, round 2 and round 3. So Umeza score will be 552 in round 1, round 2 and round 3. ठीक है. अब योनिता का स्कोर मुझे 5 और 2 है तो यहां पे मैं लिख देता हूं दिस इज ईदर 5 और 2 और हियर इट इज ईदर 2 और 5. Okay, that is the possibilities here. Now there is a one point which we haven't used till now, तो अभी तक ज्यादा यूज में नहीं हुआ है. The statement number 5 which says Tanji and Nika. Okay, they have same score in round 1 but different scores in round 3. Up for Tanji there are only two possibilities, 5-1 or 1-5. So I'll let's say for Tanji I'm taking a combination of 1 and 5. Okay, For Tanji, I'm taking a combination of 1 and 5, guys. Okay. So Tanji is getting 1 in round 1 and 5 in round 3. It means what? Jenica will also get 1 in round 1, but Jenica can't get 5 in round 3 now. Okay. Tanji and Jenica. But we know that Jenica has got 2 bullseye in round 1, 2, and 3. So in round 1, Jenica is not getting bullseye. In round 3 also, Jenica is not getting bullseye. अब मुझे 1, 2, 3 पहले 3 राउंड में 2 बुलसाई थे, बट इस केस में पॉसिबल नहीं है. सो जेनिका कांट गेट अ 2 बुलसाई. इट मींस व्हाट? तांजी का जो कॉम्बिनेशन है राउंड 1 में 1 और राउंड 3 में 5, वो पॉसिबल नहीं है. सो अगर वो पॉसिबल नहीं है, सो विच मींस व्हाट? तांजी इज गेटिंग 5 in round 1 and 1 in round 3. Is that clear to all of you? Please respond. So Tanji will get 5 in round 1 and 1 in round 3. और उसके बाद अब मैं जेनिका का भी क्या कर सकता हूं कि पहले राउंड में तो 5 आएगा. ठीक है, पहले राउंड में 5 आएगा, बट लास्ट वाले राउंड में 1 नहीं होना चाहिए. तो ये यहां पे 1 नहीं हो सकता है. ओके, ऑलराइट, दिस कांट बी इक्वल टू द 1. दैट इज फॉर श्योर. So I hope that it is clear to all of you till this step. If there is any doubts, please tell me now. Okay. Now in round 1, if I see round 1 में, let me select a highlighter here. In round 1 में Tanji has got bullseye, Zyla has got bullseye, and Zed is also good. So is it possible to get 6 bullseye in round 1? No, because Wangdu can't get a bullseye in round 1. वांगडू का तो डेफिनेटली बुलसाई में 1 नहीं है. ये इनफैक्ट पहले भी हम कर सकते थे. नहीं, अच्छा, क्योंकि वांगडू का स्कोर 4 है राउंड 1 में. सो वांगडू ने बुलसाई हिट नहीं किया. इट मींस राउंड 1 में 6 बुलसाई नहीं हो सकते. सो द केस ऑफ दिस 6 to 1 we can easily eliminate. Okay, 6 to 1 is not possible. It means in round 1 there is a total of 3, and in round 3 there is a total of 2 bullseye. That is for sure. सो राउंड 1 में जो बुलसाई हिट हुए होंगे 3, वो कौन है? वी ऑलरेडी नो, दैट इज तांजी, जायला एंड जेनिका. ठीक है, ये रहा. अब उमेजा ने 2 बुलसाई हिट किए, बट राउंड 1 में उमेजा ने बुलसाई हिट नहीं किया. ठीक है ना, बिकॉज राउंड 1 के बुलसाई 3 बुलसाई वी ऑलरेडी नो. सो उमेजा ने राउंड 1 में बुलसाई हिट नहीं किया, तो उमेजा ने राउंड 1 में बुलसाई हिट नहीं किया, तो उमेजा किस राउंड में बुलसाई हिट करेगा? राउंड 2 में. So Umiza will hit the bullseye in round 2 and round 3. Okay, 5 and 5. And the total score of Umiza we need 15. So round 2 is 5, round 3 is 5, 5 plus 5 is 10, round 4 1, 11, round 5 is 2, 13. So round 1 Umiza will get 13 plus 2, 15. Take your time and tell me if there is any doubts to anyone till this system. Okay. If there is any doubts, guys, please tell me. No? So let's move to the next one. So that we have done. Umiza, Wangdu. Now Zyla we have done. Now Yonita can't get 5 in round 1. So Yonita can't get 5 in round 1. So it means Yonita will get how much in round 1? That is 2. And 5 in round 2. That's right. 5 in round 2. That is the case here. Okay. Now in round 2 we need how many 5? 4 5. In round 2 we need 4 5. So Umiza has got 5, Zyla has got 5, Yonita has got 5. So the next 5 will happen for whom? Jenica. So Jenica will also get 5 here. Okay, Jenica will also get a 5 here in round 2. Okay. Now what about the score of Jenica in round 3? So in round 3, what can be the possible score of Jenica here? So 1 तो डेफिनेटली नहीं हो सकता है जेनिका का. अब अगर 1 नहीं होगा और मुझे पता है जेनिका का स्कोर 24 होना चाहिए, but it can't be 1, so it means it has to be 4. Then only Jenika's total score can be equal to 24. Then only the Jenika's total score can be 24. So which means Jenica has got how much score? इसका 1 तो हो नहीं सकता है, तो 21 भी नहीं है possible. So that means Jenica has got a score of 4. total score is 24, not 21. Now tell me if there is any doubts to anyone. Is that clear to all of you? Complete set. That is the analysis of this. So this is a difficult one. I'll rate. Can we move to the questions now based on this? Okay. So question number 13. Who was the highest total? What was the highest total scorer? The highest total score is 25. Option number C. What was the Jenika's total score? That is 24. Which of the following statement? Jenika's score was 23. No. Zyla was the highest score. Is it true? Zyla, yes, 25. So Zyla was the highest scorer. Option number B. And the next one, last one. What was Tanji's score in round 3? So Tanji's score in round 3. So Tanji's score in round 3 is equal to 1. Option number C. And that's a complete set here. So now tell me if there is any doubts to anyone. Can we move to the next set? All of you. If I am audible, please respond, all of you. Can we move to the next set now? ये set समझ में आ गया? Okay, so just give me 1 minute and then we'll start discussing this particular question number 17 to 20. Read it. Okay, guys. So let's start with 17 to 20. Another difficult set, I'll say. ये दो set थे जो difficult थे. Previous और ये. Rest all the sets are of medium difficulty level. Now, it says the figure shows the street map for a certain reasons with the street intersection marked A through L. Okay, so there are street intersections A through L. A person standing at an intersection. So a person standing at the intersection can see along straight line two other intersections that are line of sight and all other people standing at these intersections here. For example, there is a person intersecting at intersection G. So there is a one person who is at intersection G. So let's say if there is a one person who is at the intersection G. Okay. So this person, he can intersection G, can see all people standing at intersection. ये भी explain किया हुआ at B. क्योंकि straight line में he can see at C as well as H as well as K. Okay. As well as F as well as E. सारे जहां भी इतने भी straight line form होंगे, you can see that. That is the your line of sight. In particular, the person standing at the intersection G can see the person standing at intersection E. G can also see at E. Irrespective F कोई है या नहीं है, इससे कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. G जो है वो E को देख सकता है, अगर कोई पीछे है तो भी. Alright, now let's come to the next slide here. Now it says 6 people U, V, W, X, Y, Z are standing at a different intersection. No two people are standing at the same intersection. So 6 people, they are standing at different intersection. And the following intersection. Okay. So we'll make the cases one by one. तो ये intersections बने हुए हैं. Now X, U, Z So first point, it says x, u, z are at the three corners of a triangle. So are at the triangle. अब ये जो ट्रायंगल फॉर्म हो रहा है, अब ये दो ट्रायंगल फॉर्म हो रहा है. एक ये ट्रायंगल, ओके. So these are the two triangles which has been formed here. All right. This question is actually also checking your patience level. कि एक बार अगर स्टार्ट कर दिया तो पेशेंस है या नहीं सॉल्व करने के लिए. नाउ ये दो, सो देयर आर टू पॉसिबिलिटीज, दो ट्रायंगल और एक्स यू एंड z. So can you say x, u, z will be only at these three positions? Okay, x, u, z here. So in any case, the path b at g, b और g पे definitely कोई ना कोई है. Okay, तो ये जो triangles form होंगे, तो it means path और intersection point b पे there is one person, intersection point at g and one person, और out of c or f at any one point there is one person. ठीक है, to get a triangle, and these three persons are nothing but that is x, u and z. Okay, x, u and z. So how many possibilities are there? You can tell me a total of 6 possibilities are there. 6 into 2, 12 possibilities. Yes or no? I'll say 3% x, u, z. They 3. Yes or no? और इस केस में भी x, u and z. इन तीनों को मुझे अरेंज करना है. So if I need to arrange here these three people, so even in that case also it will be nothing but that will be again comes out to be factorial 3. So factorial 3 ways here, factorial 3 ways here. So 6 plus 6, there are a total of 12 possibilities we need to check. Okay. So now just see it here. It also says x can see only u and z. तो x जो है वो केवल u और z को ही देख सकता है, इसके अलावा और किसी को वो देख नहीं सकता है. That is important. Y can see only u and w. Now the fourth point is somewhat which is important, from where u v standing in the next intersection behind z. So u sees v, okay, next intersection. So we know that x, u, z ये तीनों ट्रायंगल में होंगे, और जहां भी होंगे so u and then z and then v, ये तीनों एक लाइन में होने चाहिए, बिकॉज इट सेज u sees v standing in next intersection behind z. So जो v है वो z के पीछे आना चाहिए. ठीक है, और u जो है वो z को देख सकता है, z के पीछे वो v को भी देख सकता है. So u, z, v, that is here. So if I combine these two, so probably the statement number 1 and 4, so you might get a less cases. w cannot see v और z. Okay, so w के लाइन ऑफ साइट में ना तो v आना चाहिए ना ही z आना चाहिए. Okay, W के line of sight में V है. No one among the 6 is standing at the intersection point D. So at the intersection point D, there is no person is standing. So I can cross here. ठीक है ना, यहाँ पे कोई भी नहीं होगा. That is completely crossed. Okay, और cross means I'll put a black line. That there is no one is here. ये point लेना ही नहीं है. Point D को consider ही नहीं करना है. You can just leave it. So I marked it right. Black will not put any person here at all. Okay. Now, so let's start making the cases. First of all, x, u, z. Okay. So if I'm talking about u and z, और z के पीछे v आना चाहिए. So is it possible कि ये u और z यहां पे हो? Tell me, all of you. The first case which I've written, u and z ऐसे possibilities है क्या u और z के लिए? Now on the line BG, we know that on the line BG I need to put 2 person. So on point BG, I can put which 2 person? I can put, let's say I'm trying with U and Z. Okay. Or I'll put here Z and U. So is that possible? Because Z के पीछे V होना चाहिए. तो line BG पे, on the line BG of a triangle, can I put U and Z? Tell me, all of you, in any order, U, Z or Z, U. Is that possible? Because V has to be behind Z. In any case, क्या कहीं पे भी V Z के पीछे आ रहा है? That you should be able to see V behind Z. Not possible. So I can say Z and U will be definitely not on the line BC. Okay, Z and U are definitely not on the line BC here. Okay, so I can neglect it. Z and U are definitely not on the line BC. So if Z and U are not on the line BC, who all can be on the line BC? So it can be X, U or UX, like in this order, or I can say Z, that is XZ or ZX. UZ और ZU तो नहीं हो सकते हैं. Is that part clear to all of you? दो possibilities हुए, XU or UX. So I'll take the first case here. it is X and then U. Okay, X and U. Or here it is a Z I am taking. Okay, or I can say here I can take X, U, and here I am taking Z. Then I'll take UX wala bhi case. Let's first start with the case of X, U, and Z is here. Like this one. Sorry, X, U, and Z. Now, fourth condition, U, Z, and V. Now, tell me, V, Z के पीछे आना चाहिए कहीं आएगा ये चीज पॉसिबल नहीं है दैट इज डेफिनेटली नॉट पॉसिबल एट ऑल ओके XU में सेकेंड केस में V should be behind Z. So only possibility is V is here, U is Z, and V na line side here. So in any case, the first case is not possible at all, but the second case here, I've written U, Z, and V. All right, let me write down here. So ye ho gaya. So rest statement, we'll check the other statement. Statement number 2, X can see only U and Z. So if X can see only U and Z in the second case, no one will be at point A. Okay, because X जो है केवल U और Z को देख सकता है, तो पॉइंट बी पे है, तो इंटरसेक्शन ए पे कोई नहीं होगा, इंटरसेक्शन सी पे भी कोई भी नहीं होगा. ऑलराइट, बिकॉज एक्स कैन सी ओनली यू एंड जेड लाइन ऑफ साइट में केवल. ये हो गए केसेस. ठीक है, सो यू जेड डब्ल्यू. वाई कैन सी ओनली यू एंड डब्ल्यू. सो वाई कैन सी ओनली यू एंड डब्ल्यू. तो अब वाई को मैं कहां पे प्लेस करूं फॉर यू. तो ये चार लोगों की पोजीशन तो मेरे पास फिक्स्ड हो गई है. ठीक है, एंड इट सेज डब्ल्यू कैन नॉट सी वी एंड जेड. So W can't see V and Z. So which means what? I can't put W at I. I can't put W at Z. I can't put W at H also. Because W is not able to see V as well as Z also. So W, V और Z को दोनों में से किसी को नहीं देख सकता है. So W के लिए पॉसिबिलिटीज क्या है? W या तो K पे आएगा या L पे आएगा. Okay. W cannot see. And we also know that Y can see only U and W. So मुझे U और W को अरेंज करना है. अब Y can see only U and W. So possibilities here is that K पे मैं Y को डालता हूं और L पे U को. क्या ये होगा? देखो यहां पे Y can see only U and sorry U तो ऑलरेडी है and L पे W. Yes, the case Y can see only U and W. That is very much possible. If Y is at K and W is at L, so I think it is satisfying all the conditions. Just check. Again, X, U, Z are at the three corners. That is happening here. X can see only U and Z. X can see only U and Z. ये भी सही है. All right. All right. X can see only U and Z. So, yes, that is it. So, वैसे भी कह सकते हैं when X can see only U and Z. So, X के line of sight पे intersection J पे भी कोई नहीं होना चाहिए ना. X can see only U and Z. That is the case here. ठीक है. Y can see only U and W. So Y can see only U and W. That is also happening in this particular figure which I have drawn. If Y is here, Y can see only U and W. And U sees V in the next end. Okay. W cannot see V or Z. That is also right here. Okay. So I think this diagram is perfect. Y can be, I am coming to that point. अभी आ रहा हूं. अभी तो ये complete कहां हुआ है? अभी तो just मैंने एक केस बनाया है यहां पे. Okay, is that clear to all of you? Okay, now, ठीक है. Now, अब again, Y and W, I need to arrange it here. जहां पे black है वहां पे कोई नहीं आ सकता. So it says Y can see only U and W. So can I put Y at K? But Y को मैं H पे तो नहीं डाल सकता हूं because Y can only see U and W. Sorry. Yes, Y can see only U and W. So Y can't be at H also. Remember, guys. So Y को मैंने K पे लिया था. अब मैं Y को L पे लेता हूं. I'll take the second case. अगर Y को L पे लेता हूं तो क्या W कहां पे होना चाहिए? बिकॉज इट सेज Y कैन सी ओनली U एंड W. अब Y केवल U और W को देख सकता है, तो इट मींस Y कैन सी ओनली U एंड W. तो L पे भी Y नहीं हो सकता है. ठीक है, और H पे भी नहीं होगा बिकॉज अगर H पे Y होता है तो Y कैन से U, W एज वेल एज Z एंड V. सो Y के लिए एक ही पॉसिबिलिटीज बचती है कि Y डेफिनेटली K पे होना चाहिए. एंड इफ Y इज एट K देन W इज डेफिनेटली एट I. Now tell me any doubts to anyone in this part. In the first case which I have drawn here. If there is any doubts, please ask me now. Clear? All of you? निकिता, संतोष, तान्या, गरिमा, साई, अनुपम, क्लियर हो गया? Please respond if these points are clear to all of you. Why can't y be at h? ले लो y को h पे, मुझे पता है, बट एक स्टेटमेंट c कहता है कि y कैन सी ओनली u एंड w. अगर y h पे खड़ा है तो वो तो z को भी देख सकता है ना, v को भी देख सकता है निकिता. अगर मैं y को h पे लेता हूं तो y किस किस को देख सकता है? डालो y को h पे. ओके, y ले लिया h पे, तो y जो है वो u को देख सकता है, v को भी देख सकता है, इन तीनों को भी देख सकता है ना. So the condition says, statement number 3, that y can see only u and w. केवल u और w को देखना चाहिए. तो z और v भी इसमें आ जाएंगे, तो y तो h पे भी नहीं हो सकता है. क्लियर नाउ? Any other doubt? Okay. So we have got one unique case here, but that is not the end. ठीक है ना? So like I told you, for x u, I have just select one of the combination that is for x and u. Okay guys, ये केवल x u का कॉम्बिनेशन दिया था. अब मुझे ux लेना है. ठीक है, अब रिवर्स कर देता हूं मैं, यू एक्स यू लिखी जगह. तो अब अगर मैं यू एक्स लेता हूं तो क्या क्या पॉसिबिलिटीज है? सो फर्स्ट डायग्राम में मैं देखता हूं यू एंड एक्स. सो दिस हियर, इफ आई से यू एंड एक्स, अब जेड के लिए दो पॉसिबिलिटीज है. पहले जेड को मैं, तो फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट सेज एक्स कैन सी ओनली यू एंड जेड. ओके, इसके बाद ये भी है डब्ल्यू कैन, ओके, यू सीज वी बिहाइंड जेड. तो ये केस तो पॉसिबल नहीं होगा ना, यू सीज वी बिहाइंड जेड. ओके, तो इट मींस वी डी पे आना चाहिए, जो कि पॉसिबल नहीं है. तो आई विल से लेट्स नॉट पुट जेड एट सी, लेट्स पुट जेड एट एफ. लेट्स पुट जेड एट एफ नाउ. So first statement, x can see only u and z. We'll see that. And u z v एक लाइन में होने चाहिए. तो u sees z v standing in next intersection behind z. So v is at j. All right. Now come to point number 2. Point number 2 says x can see only u and z. So x can see only u and z. So x can see only u and z. So which means x can see only u and z. So no one will be at the point K, no one will be at the point C, and no one will be at the point E also. X can see only u and z. ये जो बच के चले गए. तो अब मेरे पास ये हो गए, x can see only, all right, u and z. Now after that, y can see only u and w. So y should be able to see only u and w. So where should I try to put y? Let's see, कहां पे y को डालूं मैं. So y will be able to see only u and, अच्छा, और एक ये भी है कि z cannot see v or z. Sorry, fifth point, w cannot see v or z. So I can't put w at r. ठीक है ना, वो v को देख सकता है. I can't put w at l, or otherwise वो v को देख लेगा. I can't put w at what here at a पे डाल सकता ना. So only possibility for w is nothing but that is equal to a. Okay, the only possibilities for w is nothing but that is equal to a, and then there is no other possibilities. So it says w cannot see v, but w, that's right, v और z को अब वो नहीं देख पा रहा है. All right, so w is also fixed. So we are left up with x, y. अब कौन बच गया यहाँ पे? You can see who is left up. x, u and z is done. W and v is also I have arranged. So that is y is left out. Now it says y can see only u and x. अब y को कहां रखो को वो केवल u और x को देख पाए? ऐसा कोई केस ही नहीं बन रहा है. y को अगर मैं i पे रखता हूं तो v को देख लेगा. y को अगर मैं l पे रखता हूं तो u और x को नहीं देख पाएगा. So it means this case is also not possible. Is that clear to all of you? Please tell me. So when X and U is on the line BZ, when X and U is on the line BZ, there is only one possibilities. Or U or X is on the line BZ, that there is only one possibilities. Is that clear? Please tell me if there is any doubt. So can we move to the next case of making YZ and ZX को line पे लेता हूं BG पे? ठीक है. So I'm moving here. So this is one of the cases here. Now YZ and ZX. Okay. So I am saying Y is here and Z is here. ठीक है ना? Y is here and Z is here. यही थे ना Y Z and ZY. Okay. So YZ लेता हूं फिर उसका ZY करके चेक करेंगे. YZ and X. So there will be two possibilities. X can be here or X can be here. Okay. Now let me remove. Second statement, X can see only U and Z. So X can see only U and Z. So X can't see any other person. In the first case, I'll remove X, can't see any of the person here. Okay. X can see only U and Z. So in the second case, X के line of sight में जितने भी हैं हटा दो बाकी सब. Oh, I've written it wrong. It has to be U and Z. This is U and this is U. ठीक है ना? UZ, not YZ. अच्छा एक्स जेड होना चाहिए था ना, एक्स जेड लेना था मुझे. ओके, एक्स जेड का केस लेना था और एक्स जेड, यू इज हियर एंड यू इज हियर, ये केस लेना था. जस्ट सी ना, वी आर सपोज टू टेक दीज टू केसेस. एक रिमूव कर दिए थे यू और वाला, तो एक्स जेड एंड जेड एक्स ये कॉम्बिनेशन लेना है. तो आई हैव टेकन एक्स जेड एंड यू. So X can sees only U and Z. So X can sees only U and Z. So remove everything which is in the line of the sight of X in both the cases. No one is at the D. All right. So now X can see only U and Z. Y can see only U and W. Let me see. Y should be able to see only U and W. So U sees V behind the next intersection behind Z. So U says V. So in the first case, V is at K behind Z. And U sees V behind Z. So here it is V. In the second case, I have drawn both of them. U sees V behind Z. So point number 4 I have taken, and point number 2 I have considered. Point number 1 I have considered. Now it says W can't see V and Z. Okay, W can't see V and Z. So in the first figure, W can't be here. W can't be here. W can't see V and Z. W can't be here. Can't be here. So in the first figure, you can say W के लिए कोई जगह ही नहीं बचा. There was no place for W, isn't it? There is no place for the W. So first case is ruled out now. Second case देखते हैं W के लिए. W cannot see V or Z. So W is not at L. W is at K. W is not at E also. क्योंकि W E पे होगा तो V और Z उसके line of sight में होंगे. So it means W is at point I. W is at point I. So point number 5 I have considered. Point number 3 says Y can see only U and W. So Y को मैं कहां पे डालूं कि वो U और W को देख सके? ऐसा कोई जगह ही नहीं बचता. Y जो है केवल U और W को देख पाए. अब यहां पे U है और ये W है. अब Y को I to put it at some place such that Y should be able to see U and W. अब possibilities Y को E पे रखूंगा तो Z को भी देख पाएगा. If I put Y at K तो वो U and W as well as X को भी देख लेगा. सॉरी, अगर मैं Y को K पे रखूं तो U को नहीं देख सकता, Y को L पे रखूं नहीं. So it means this case is also not possible. So is that clear to all of you that this case is also not possible? Please tell me now, all of you. Clear? Nikita, Sai, Santosh, everyone, Tanya. So it means on the line BZ XZ ये case possible नहीं है. So I'll take the case of ZX. So let's put Z here, X here, Z here, X here, and U at C and U at F. Let's consider these two cases. So U, Z, X are standing at 3 corners, the last cases here. X can see only U and W. So in any case, it has been removed. X can see only U and Z. X can see only U and Z. So ये X के लाइन ऑफ साइट से रिमूव कर देता हूं मैं. Okay. So X के line of sight से whether I have removed everything? Yes. In both the figures, I have removed everyone from the line of sight of X. X can see only U and Z. Okay. There is no one at C also. Okay. X के line of sight से. Okay. Now, next point. So, and U sees point number 4. U sees V in the next and behind Z. So U sees V behind Z. So V behind Z. And U V behind Z. अब यहाँ पे it means this figure is also not possible. So now concentrate on the first one only. U sees V behind Z that I have already drawn here. Okay. So, and it says U sees V standing in the next intersection behind Z that I have already drawn U V Z here. Now, Y can see, okay, W cannot see V or Z. So W cannot see V and Z. So I can't put W at I. I can't put W at also. So the only possibilities for W is nothing but that is L. When W is at L, he can't see V as well as Z. Okay. W cannot see V or Z. So W can't see V as well as Z here if W is at point L here. Now next, Y can see only U and W. So Y can see only U and W. नहीं, वो भी केस पॉसिबल नहीं है क्योंकि अगर y को j पे रखता हूं तो वो z को देख लेगा, y को i पे रखता हूं तो v को देख लेगा, तो this case is also not possible. So it means there was only one case which I have drawn it first on the first slide. Is that clear to all of you now? Please respond, everyone. Is it clear to everyone? Please respond. So can we move to the questions? If it is clear to all of you. चले आगे, guys. So I'll rate this set as a difficult only. It is not a very straightforward or easy. Something which is very, very easy. ठीक है. Okay, so let's move to the questions now. So coming to the first question, who is standing at the intersection A? So who is standing at the intersection A? So if you look at here the figure which we have got it correct, this one, ye wala. Who is standing at A? No one is standing at A. So the answer for this question is option A, that says no one. Okay, so no one is standing at A. Second question, who can we see? Who can we see? अब V के लाइन ऑफ साइट में देखता हूं कौन कौन है. Who can see V see ना? तो V can see Z as well as, ठीक है, इन दोनों को देख सकता. V can see U and Z. So V can see U and Z only. Option number. In fact, once I get that, okay, the first case is possible ना, so उसके बाद ही कर सकते थे because there is no option something as cannot be determined or data insufficient ना, so बाकी के cases draw करने की जरूरत ही नहीं थी. ठीक है. What is the minimum number of street segment that X must cross to reach Y? X must cross to reach Y. So X must cross to reach Y. Let me see here. X must cross to reach Y. In the first figure, no, this one not. इससे पहले वाला, yes. X को Y के पास जाना है तो मिनिमम दो. पूछो दो कौन कौन से? So I'll say X से U एक और फिर U से K Y. So minimum 2. So the answer for this is option A, which is equal to 2. And the last question of this set. should a new person stand at intersection D, who among the six would CC? If the sixth person is allowed D, who among the six would CC? तो अगर डी को यहां पे लेता हूं, डी पे कोई बैठता है, नया बंदा एक डी पे आ जाता है, क्योंकि ये लोग तो डी पे नहीं आ सकते हैं, बट ये डी पे आता है। तो अगर ये डी पे आता है तो वो किसको देख सकता है? हु अमंग द सिक्स वुड सी। सो देखता हूं जो फिगर सेलेक्ट है, अगर डी पे है जो बंदा, वो किस किस को देख सकता है? वो डी पे होके एक्स को देख सकता है और वाई को भी देख सकता है। ठीक है ना? सो एक्स एंड वाई, एक्स एंड वाई इज नॉट ऑन द ऑप्शन। कुछ गलत लिखा है क्या? यू एंड जेड वी एंड एक्स। सो लेट मी सी। If at D someone is there, so he can see someone at point X, he can see X, as well as he can also see, okay, what, W. So X and W होना चाहिए आंसर। X and W, yes, option number. So I hope that now this set is clear. Any doubts to anyone now? Please tell me. So can we move to the next set if this part is? So there were two sets which were difficult, which I told you here. So should we move to the next set? Please respond, all of you. So first three were easy to medium. Second and fourth and fifth set is difficult to very difficult category. Not I'll say difficult, but difficult to very difficult. And let's move to the next two sets now. Alright guys, so Ministry of Home Affairs. Okay, ये easy था. So चलो देखते हैं. Let's see Ministry of Home Affairs वाला question. Alright. Alright guys, so let's see. Okay, the Ministry of Home Affairs is analyzing crimes committed by the foreigners. So Ministry of Home Affairs is analyzing crimes committed by foreigners in different states and the union territories here. All cases refers to the ones registered against foreigners. The number of cases classified into three categories, that is IPC crime, LL crime, and the other crimes. Shown in the figure below. Okay, these 9 states, these belong to the top states in total. So when it comes to the total number of case registered, तो ये 9 है, और ये जो 10th one है वो कौन सा है? वेस्ट बंगाल, where all the 520 cases has been registered crimes. ठीक है? So top 10 में जो 9 फिगर में गिवन है उसके अलावा एक है among all to overall, but individually it's not necessary that they are in top 10. So this is the figure. Now the table below shows the rank of the 10 mentioned above among all states, union territories of India in terms of number of cases registered in any of the three categories. So these are the 10 यूनियन टेरिटरीज और स्टेट्स, और ये जो 10 स्टेट और यूनियन टेरिटरीज है इनके इंडिविजुअली क्या रैंकिंग है आईपीएल क्राइम्स में, आईपीसी क्राइम्स में, एसएलएल क्राइम्स में और अदर क्राइम्स में, ये यहां पे गिवन है. ओके, इट सेज अ स्टेट और यूनियन टेरिटरी इज गिवन अ रैंक आर फॉर अ कैटेगरी ऑफ क्राइम्स इफ देयर आर having a larger number of category. Okay, so for example अगर कर्नाटका का रैंक 3 है, इसका मतलब क्या है कि कर्नाटका से ऊपर 2 स्टेट ऐसे हैं या यूनियन टेरिटरीज ऐसे हैं जिनका क्राइम ज्यादा है. ठीक है ना? फॉर एग्जाम्पल अ यूनियन टेरिटरी इज गिवन रैंक आर फॉर अ कैटेगरी ऑफ क्राइम, सो कर्नाटका इज गेटिंग अ रैंक ऑफ 3 फॉर अ कैटेगरी ऑफ क्राइम. So if there are 3 minus 1, it means there are 2 states having a larger number of cases. So it means there are 2 states who have got a more number of cases in comparison to Karnataka. Also, it says, for example, if 2 states have the same number of cases in a category, and exactly 3 states have a large number of cases registered in the same category, then both the states are given rank 4. Now, for example, if you look at here, Karnataka दोनों का रैंक सेम है 3 and 3. इट मींस व्हाट, इसका मतलब ये क्या हुआ कि जो कर्नाटका और महाराष्ट्र से दोनों से ऊपर दो दो लोग हैं, दो कंट्रीज हैं, दो स्टेट्स हैं, और फिर कर्नाटका और महाराष्ट्र ये दोनों इक्वल है. ये दोनों इक्वल है तो दोनों को रैंक 3 और 4 की जगह क्या असाइन हो गया है, 3 और 3 असाइन हो गया. ओके, दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ दिस लाइन हियर. ओके, exactly 3 states having larger number of cases here, then both the states are given rank 4 in that category here. And then missing ranks in the table are denoted by star. So let's come to the questions. First of all, here the first question says, what is the rank of Kerala in IPC category? So in IPC category, I need to identify the rank of Kerala. Okay, so just here. So Delhi is not, we do have no idea about the Delhi, we have no idea about this and Kerala. Okay, now, so let's say if I'm talking about Kerala, so IPC crimes Kerala, let's go back here and check. So IPC crimes Kerala here. So Kerala का ये वैल्यू, Kerala से ज्यादा कितने हैं, अगर if you observe, it can easily observe, ठीक है, you do not need to write down, this is for the Kerala, okay, this bar graph. अब केरला से बड़ा एक तो महाराष्ट्र है, डेफिनेटली है, गोवा है और कर्नाटका है और दिल्ली है इस फिगर में, बट इसके अलावा और भी अलग हो सकते हैं, बट ये चार among all these 10, ये जो चार हैं डेफिनेटली केरला से ऊपर है, दैट इज फॉर श्योर. नाउ अगेन इफ आई गो बैक हियर, कर्नाटका एंड महाराष्ट्र का 3 है रैंक. सो कर्नाटका एंड महाराष्ट्र कॉन्सेंट्रेट हियर. सो कर्नाटका एंड महाराष्ट्र, दीज आर कर्नाटका एंड महाराष्ट्र. इससे ऊपर दो होने चाहिए, तो एक गोवा और दिल्ली है, तो इट मींस गोवा दिल्ली का रैंक 1 हो गया, गोवा का रैंक 2 हो गया. सो विच मींस व्हाट डू कर्नाटका इज नॉट, व्हाट कर्नाटका इज नॉट. ठीक है, सो यहां पे मेरे पास कर्नाटका महाराष्ट्र दोनों के रैंक 3-3 है, गिवन है यहां पे. कर्नाटका रैंक इज 3, महाराष्ट्र रैंक इज ऑल्सो 3 इन आईपीसी निकिता. ओके, सो इट मींस फ्रॉम महाराष्ट्र और कर्नाटका से ऊपर दो होने चाहिए, तो ये गोवा और ये हो गए, इसीलिए महाराष्ट्र का और कर्नाटका का रैंक क्या हो गया, 3 और 3 हो गया. ठीक है, तो जो केरला का रैंक होगा अब वो क्या हो गया, वो डेफिनेटली 5 होना चाहिए. ठीक है ना, क्योंकि चार जो है उनसे रैंक ज्यादा है, चार कंट्रीज की. ठीक है, और यू कैन ऑल्सो सी हियर 5. इफ यू लुक एट तेलंगाना, तेलंगाना से ऊपर 6 होने चाहिए. Okay, so if I look at the Telangana, case of Telangana, so this is the case of Telangana. Telangana से ऊपर 6 होने चाहिए. So one is Kerala, one is Maharashtra, that you can see from the graph. One is Goa, one is Karnataka, and one is Delhi. Because the Telangana rank is what 6. So उससे ऊपर 5 होने चाहिए, तो ये 5 है. अब ये 5 है, तो we know that कि ये जो top 5 है, in the top 5 these are only. Kerala is there in the top 5, Maharashtra is in there in the top 5, Goa is there, Karnataka is there, Delhi is there. There is no other state which is not present in the graph. Because it is already mentioned Karnataka rank is 6, sorry, Telangana rank is 6. तो तेलंगाना से ऊपर 5 होने चाहिए, ये पांचों है. अब ये जो 5 है और केरला से ऊपर 4 है, तो दैट्स व्हाई द रैंक ऑफ द केरला मस्ट बी इक्वल टू 5. एंड दिल्ली इज 1, यू कैन सी. ओके, गोवा 2, कर्नाटका एंड महाराष्ट्र बोथ ऑफ देम आर 3 and 3, मींस टोटल 4 हो गया, एंड केरला रैंक इज 5 एंड द तेलंगाना रैंक इज 6. सो वी कैन से दिल्ली इज 1, गोवा इज 2, केरला इज 5. सो दिल्ली इज 1, Goa and Kerala is 5. So the correct answer for this question, that is equal to 5. Any doubts to anyone now? Please tell me if there is any doubts to anyone in question number 21. No. So can we move to the next slide if this part is clear to all of you? Okay. Now let's move to the next slide. Question number 22. It says in the two states where the highest total number of cases are registered, the ratio of the total number of cases in IPC crimes to the total number of in SLL crimes is closest to. So IPC to SLL, that is what I need to find out. Two top one. Okay. So let's see here. So we know the top two, it is what? We need to find out the IPC crimes. and the SLL crimes. So अगर मैं टॉप की बात करता हूं यहाँ पे, तो जो मैक्सिमम है एक तो वेस्ट बंगाल है, बिकॉज यू नो दैट इन बंगाल केसेस आर ओवर SLL, ठीक है ना, तो यहां तक ये इससे ज्यादा. So the top two is Delhi and West Bengal. And in West Bengal, if I'm talking about, so the top, but that is Delhi and West Bengal. And I need to find out the ratio of IPC to SLL combined together. So in West Bengal, all 520 crimes were SLL. And there is no IPC here. Now for Delhi, what is the total IPC here? So अगर मैं दिल्ली में देखता हूं total IPC crime, so I think the total IPC crime is close to what, 64 के आसपास है. Yes or no? It is somewhat close to the 64. Okay. And SLL crimes in Delhi or SLL crimes in Delhi, that is अगर 65 भी लेता हूं तो बाकी 100 तक, यानी कि SLL 35 है. So total SLL, it is equal to 520 plus 35, that is equal to 555, and this is equal to 65. So in the question, I need to find out ratio of IPC, that is 65 upon 555. Approximate value I need to find out, 13 upon 111. So 13 sevens are or 91, or 13 eights are, so 8 point something. So I think the nearest option is nothing but just a minute. So 1 by 9 आना चाहिए. Yes or no? 1 by 8 point something, 1 by 9. So the correct answer is option number 8 to 9. Is that clear to all of you now? Please respond. Now come to question number 23. Which of the following is definitely true about the rank in the other crimes? So I need to find out this category, the rank of Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. So other crimes in Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. Okay. So other crimes for Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. So I'll say Puducherry. Maharashtra has got 8, Telangana has got 8. So Maharashtra और तेलंगाना से ऊपर 8 होने चाहिए other crimes में. Let's see. So other crimes. Maharashtra and Telangana. So this is Maharashtra and this is Telangana. अब इससे ऊपर 8 चाहिए other crimes. So this is there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. अब महाराष्ट्र एंड तेलंगाना दोनों का 8 है. So that's right, टॉप में 7 चाहिए. So these are definitely in the top 7 which I have tick marked. And among this, which is the maximum? Maximum, it seems to me, that is the Delhi. You know? फिर उसके बाद आता है तमिलनाडु एंड पुडुचेरी. तो तमिलनाडु और पुडुचेरी में आई थिंक तमिलनाडु सेकंड पे होगा और पुडुचेरी थर्ड पे होगा. देखने की जरूरत नहीं है, ये देखो बार, 2 बार, 3 से ज्यादा है. And in case of Puducherry, this is 1, this is 2, and ये जो इतना गैप और ये approximately 3 bars है. Whereas in case of Puducherry, Tamil Nadu, it is more than 3 bars ना. 3 सेगमेंट में ज्यादा है. बार की जो लेंथ है 3 सेगमेंट से ज्यादा है. पुडुचेरी में 3 लेंथ है. और इन केस ऑफ दिल्ली जो लेंथ ऑफ सेगमेंट है वो 4 से ज्यादा है. तो इट मींस डेफिनेटली दिल्ली इज 1, तमिलनाडु इज 2 एंड पुडुचेरी इज 3. सो दिल्ली इज 1, आई कैन से हियर. Tamil Nadu is 2 and the Puducherry is 3. So Tamil Nadu is 2, Puducherry is 3. So Tamil Nadu 2, Puducherry 3. Both are correct. So the answer is number A. Is that clear to all of you now? And let's come to the last one. What is the sum of the rank of the Delhi in the 3 categories of crimes? So Delhi का total sum चाहिए मुझे. Sum of the rank of Delhi 3 categories of crimes. So 3 categories of crimes, the rank of Delhi. So we know IPC में 1 है, others में 1 है. In I need to find out the rank of Delhi in SLL crimes. Okay. So let's talk about SLL crimes Delhi. So Delhi का ये देखता हूँ बार, 2 बार और 3 बार ना, ये टोटल है SLL. 65 से ज्यादा मुझे एक कर्नाटका का दिख रहा है, ठीक है, और एक महाराष्ट्र का भी दिख रहा है. Yes or no? It is 3.5 ना, तो this length is 1, 2, 3. महाराष्ट्र नहीं है. I think गोवा and what about हरियाणा and महाराष्ट्र, यही सब है. कर्नाटका definitely 1. Karnataka definitely 1. That is for sure. And I think for Delhi the rank will be is definitely 1. And what about the rank of Goa? It will be 2. And the Delhi will be 3. Okay, Delhi will be 3. So the answer is Delhi is 3. So the total sum, it will be equal to 5. 1 plus 3 plus 1, which is equal to 5. Any doubts to anyone now? Because यहाँ पे already given है कर्नाटक, तो कर्नाटका से ऊपर एक होनी चाहिए. Just look at here. SLL क्राइम्स में कर्नाटका से ऊपर एक होना चाहिए. तो कर्नाटका से ऊपर एक और होना चाहिए. कर्नाटका रैंक इज 2. जस्ट अ मिनट. सो किसी एक का तो 1 है. कर्नाटका से ऊपर कौन है? कोई और होगा, मुझे नहीं पता. तो कर्नाटका का रैंक एक्चुअली 2 है. ओके. और दिल्ली का उससे ऊपर एक होगा. फिर दिल्ली मेरा 3 में आ जाएगा. ठीक है, दैट्स 3. महाराष्ट्र का कम है दिल्ली से, इफ यू ऑब्जर्व. ओके. थोड़ा सा कम है, जस्ट मार्जिनल. सो एनीवे, इज दैट क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू? सो ये सेट भी कर सकते थे. दिस वाज नॉट समथिंग व्हिच वाज वेरी डिफिकल्ट. Seems to be complicated when you start reading it, but the moment you read the questions, you can say that, okay, it's very easy to get the answers here. So can we move to the next set? Please tell me, all of you now. It seems nahi hai na, Maharashtra and Delhi. It is not same here. If you look at here, this is what. If you observe here, ये mid point में नहीं है. 1 बार, 2 बार, 3 बार. ये देखो यहाँ पे, और ये एग्जैक्टली मिडिल में है. तो दिल्ली तो एग्जैक्टली मिडिल में है 3 के बाद. तो महाराष्ट्र एंड दिल्ली इज नॉट सीम्स टू बी सेम. इट्स क्वाइट विजिबल दैट दिल्ली इज मोर crimes in comparison to Maharashtra. This is somewhat closer to 64. This is, or maybe 62. This is 65. ये एग्जैक्टली मिडिल में है देखो. और ये मिडिल से थोड़ा पहले है. ओके. सो क्राइम्स इन दिल्ली इज डेफिनेटली मोर देन महाराष्ट्र. क्लियर नाउ? Can we move to the next set? Please tell me, all of you. Okay, guys, so let's move to the next one. Now, this is also a slightly difficult, not difficult, at a medium level, I'll say. So let's say, it says a new game show. So it is talking about a new game show. All right, guys. So a new game show on TV has 100 boxes numbered 1 to 100 in a row. Okay. So there are 100 boxes numbered 1 to 100 in a row. That is what it says. Okay. Now, each containing a mystery prize. The prizes are of the different types A, B, C in the decreasing order of value. So there is I can say 100 boxes. So I can say box number 1, box number 2, box number 3, and so on till box number 100. Okay. Each containing a mystery prize. The prizes are items of different type A, B, C in the decreasing order of value. The most expensive is of type A diamond ring, and there is exactly one of them. So type A केवल एक है, तो B1 डेफिनेटली A ही आएगा. और उसके बाद फिर सारे डिक्रीजिंग ऑर्डर में होंगे. ओके. एंड सो ऑन. फिर उसके बाद B आएगा, B एंड सो ऑन. फिर कहीं पे C से स्टार्ट होगा एंड समथिंग लाइक दैट हियर. नाउ यू आर टोल्ड that the number of items at least doubles as you move to the next type. So अगर number of items of A is 1, तो B का जो number of items कम से कम होनी चाहिए. Alright? मान लो B is equal to 3 है. B के 3 items मैं लेता हूं, तो C के कम से कम 6 items C के होने चाहिए, and so on. So for example, there would be at least twice as many items of type B as of type A, and at least twice as many items of type C as of type B, and so on. There is no particular order in which the prices are placed in the boxes. Okay, there are no particular order in which the prices are placed in the boxes. But we know the prices are of different types in decreasing order of values. All right, of decreasing order of values here. Now, let's come to the question. The question is, what is the minimum possible number of prices of different type? Okay, now I'll say, मुझे A का तो एक है exactly 1, और मुझे minimum number of prices चाहिए. So next prices will be a B, और B की value greater than 1 चाहिए. So can I say I can take all the 99 prices मेरे पास 9 प्राइस बी, तो एटलीस्ट डबल होना चाहिए, तो डबल है, और एक प्राइस ए का हो गया, सो मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ प्राइजेस इज नथिंग बट दैट इज सिंपली 2. सो द आंसर फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन इज 2. इज दैट पार्ट क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू? कैन आई मूव टू द नेक्स्ट पार्ट? प्लीज टेल मी ऑल ऑफ यू. क्लियर? इजी था ये. सो मिनिमम पॉसिबल नंबर ऑफ प्राइजेस इज 2. If there is a doubt, please ask me. Okay. Now, what is the maximum number of different type of the prices? So, maximum number of different type of the prices. So, I'll take one price of A. Then, A का एक प्राइस लेता हूं. So, B के मिनिमम होने चाहिए, बिकॉज टोटल नंबर ऑफ प्राइस मुझे मैक्सिमम चाहिए. तो B के 2 प्राइस लूंगा. तो C के कितने प्राइस लूंगा? 4 लूंगा. कम से कम 4 होने चाहिए. फिर D के मिनिमम 8 होने चाहिए. फिर E के मिनिमम 8 टू 16 होने चाहिए. F के मिनिमम 32 होने चाहिए. ओके. एंड F के मिनिमम 32. सो G के मिनिमम 64. बट 1 से लेके 32 द सम इज 63, और टोटल 100 प्राइजेस है. तो G के मैं 64 तो नहीं ले सकता ना, बिकॉज 63 प्लस 64 इज 127, नॉट पॉसिबल. सो बाकी सारे जो होंगे वो F के हो जाएंगे. लास्ट वाले सारे के सारे F के हो जाएंगे. So the maximum possible number of different type of the prices is, and that is answer. So maximum different number of prices is 6. Is that clear to all of you now? So let's move to the next question. Easy tha ye. Now, which of the following is not possible? The question is, which of the following is simply not possible? Let's see. There are 30 items of type B. So B के 30 items ले लिए, A का एक item ले लिया, ठीक है. So ये मैं लेता हूं. तो C के कम से कम 60 अवेलेबल होने चाहिए, मिनिमम 60. तो 60 प्लस 30 प्लस 1 दैट इज 91. 100 होने चाहिए. तो पॉसिबल है, मैं C के टोटल 69 ले सकता हूं ना. So 1 plus 30, 31, or C के 69, and all the criteria are satisfying. So the first one is possible here. Second, there are exactly 45 items of type C. So A1, type C items है मेरे पास. Okay, टाइप सी के 45 आइटम्स है, एग्जैक्टली 4. सो टाइप बी के जो आइटम्स हो सकते हैं मैक्सिमम कितने हो सकते हैं? 22 हो सकते हैं. एनीथिंग फ्रॉम 2 टू 22, यस और नो? क्योंकि सी का मिनिमम डबल होना चाहिए, तो आई कांट टेक बी के 23 प्राइजेस तो नहीं ले सकता हूं. सो 22 हो सकता है. ऑलराइट. सो मैक्सिमम 22 हो सकता है. अगर मैं ये 1 लेता हूं और ये लेता हूं, फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर ये 2 लेता हूं और दिस इज इक्वल टू 45 लेता हूं, तो डी के जो मिनिमम 90 होने चाहिए. बट क्या ये केस सेटिस्फाई करेगा? 2 प्लस 45 इट इज इक्वल टू दिस. सो डी के फिर 90 प्राइस वो तो पॉसिबल ही नहीं है. सो ये केस तो रूल्ड आउट हो गया. तो डी का जो प्राइस है, अगर मैं बी इक्वल टू 2 लेता हूं तो डी के प्राइसेस 90 हो गए. अगर बी इक्वल टू 22 लेता हूं, सो 22 प्लस 1 एंड 45. 22 प्लस 1 इज 23 एंड 23 प्लस 40. सो 23 प्लस 45 इट इज इक्वल टू 68. सो इस केस में डी के होगा. तो डी के जो प्राइजेस आ रहे हैं वो 32 से 90 के बीच में होने चाहिए. ओके, सॉरी, 100 होना चाहिए ना. तो डी के मिनिमम 32 हो सकते हैं, यस और नो? बट ये केसेस तो सेटिस्फाई नहीं. डी के मुझे पास कम से कम प्राइस होने चाहिए. तो अगर ये लास्ट केस लेता हूं तो इस केस में डी के 32 होने चाहिए, बट मुझे कम से कम 90. सो इट मींस दिस केस इज डेफिनेटली नॉट पॉसिबल. 45 items of type C is definitely not possible. Is that clear to all of you now? Can I move to the next slide? Let's see 28. Okay, you ask for the type of item in box number 45. So box 45. Instead of being given a direct answer, you were told that there are 31 items of the same type as in box 45 in 1 to 44. So box 1 में तो मेरे पास क्या आएगा? Or 2 to box number 43. Sorry, 44. Okay. So you ask for type of item in box 45. Instead of being given a direct answer, you were told that there are 31 items of the same type as box 45 in boxes 1 to 44. अगर मेरे पास बॉक्स 5 में जो आइटम पी है, कोई भी टाइप ले लेता हूं पी, तो बॉक्स नंबर 1 2 से लेके 44 तक में, ठीक है, 31 आइटम्स है। तो आउट ऑफ B2 टू B4 यहां पे मेरे पास 31 पीस, ठीक है। एंड देन फ्रॉम बॉक्स नंबर 46 टू 100, so box number 46 to 100, box number 46 to box 100, it says and 43 items of the same type as box 45 in here, और यहां पे 43 पीस ऑल्सो है। सो जो आइटम पी हो गया, ठीक है, आइटम पी जो हो गया वो टोटल कितना हो गया मुझे ये बताओ। सो टोटल आइटम पी हो गया 31 प्लस 1 दैट इज 32 प्लस 43, सो आइटम पी इट इज ऑफ 65। 65 ना, 40 नहीं, आई थिंक इनफैक्ट इट इज 75 होगा। तो 75 आइटम्स हो गया, ठीक है। और इसमें 43 क्या है, तो 43 पी के होगा। तो अभी मेरे पास और कितने बचे, यहाँ पे 7 आइटम्स और होंगे जो पी से कम वैल्यू के होंगे, कुछ अदर टाइप के हो सकते हैं 43 अगर यहाँ पे है तो, ठीक है। ओके, 31 items of the same type as box 45 in box 1 to 44 and 43 items of the same type as box 45 in box 46 to 100. So total जो ये होगा ये मेरे पास 74 होगा. That is what it means to say. All right. Okay. Okay. Now, so this is 75. So what is the total number of remaining items? Okay. So these are 75 items are of the same type. What is the number of the remaining items? The number of remaining items, it is equal to nothing but that is 25. There were total 100, so remaining item is 25. So the question is, what is the maximum possible number of different types of items? Okay, maximum possible number of different types of items. So maximum possible चाहिए तो मैं कैसे ले सकता हूँ? 75 आइटम सेम टाइप की तो हो गए, अब एक आइटम 1 तो लूंगा ही लूंगा। अब एक 1 प्लस एक ले लेता हूँ, तो 1 प्लस प्लस 8 इज 15, ठीक है, 15। तो अगर मैं प्लस 30 आएगा, नहीं है पॉसिबल, तो इट मींस मैक्सिमम 4 और आइटम हो सकते हैं, अलग अलग टाइप के आइटम, मे बी ये आइटम ए, आइटम बी, आइटम सी, और कुछ आइटम डी के होंगे और ये आइटम ई हो जाएगा। ओके, so maximum it will be nothing but option C, which is equal to 5. So the correct answer is option number 5 for question number 28. So any doubts to anyone now? Is that clear to all of you? Question number 28. 25 चाहिए मुझे सम, तो आई से लेट से एक 1 लेता हूं, एक आइटम ए, देन आइटम बी 2, आइटम सी 4, 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 4 is 7, and I can say remaining 18 of type D. So the answer is nothing but that is 5 items are possible maximum. So I hope that now it is clear. Any doubts to anyone now? Please respond if there is any doubts to anyone. No doubt? Pakka? So last set was also easy. Do you want me to discuss the last set? Discuss करना है 29 to 32? Please tell me. Do you want me to discuss 29 to 32? नहीं. Anyone who want me to discuss 29 to 32? Please tell me. तभी discuss करूंगा, otherwise we can leave there. Yes or no? Please tell me. Tanya, Nikita, everyone. पक्का? Please respond. I'm still here. All of you. Last set. Do you want me to discuss this last set? नहीं. ओके, सो लेट्स एंड इट देन. ठीक है. And good day to all of you. See you all in the evening. Evening session I'll start at 7 o'clock today. 7 से 8 1 घंटा दूंगा पेपर सॉल्व करने के लिए कैट 2019 का स्लॉट 1 क्वांट सेक्शन. फिर 9 से 10:30 11 बजे तक विल डिस्कस दैट. ओके, ऑलराइट गाइस, सो गुड डे टू ऑल ऑफ यू. 7 o'clock बोला ना संतोष? 7 o'clock.